hesitant or like the reason I'm bummed my cousin isn't going is because like she knows a lot of EDM artists. So I love going with like Tony, and that's why I'm excited Jeremy's going because it's like, well, who do you want to see, bro? If you love them, I'ma love them, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm down. I'm here for
it gives you like this
I'm here for the shits, bro.
It gives you this anticipatory energy when like Tony's like,
bro, and I'm like, oh shit.
This set's coming. I'm like, all right, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, my first Coachella, we went to the Sahara tent, and that's the EDM tent. And I remember the first time I went, I wasn't fucking with EDM at the time. And I met up with a homegirl there, and we were standing next to the tent. She's like, yo, let's just get the fuck out of here. And she's like, they're just playing the same song. It's like, like the whole time. And I agreed with her. I was like, yeah, it's the same thing. So we're like laughing, walking away. But that tent became my favorite tent after that year because I went to EDC a month later, 2 months later. And then after that, the Sahara tent was my favorite tent. Yeah. I probably had the most fun in Sahara tent than I've had in any other stage.
That might be true for me too, actually.
Yeah.
I think that's the same. Yeah, and the Sahara tent's always the most fucking lit.
I saw Grimes. We saw Grimes there the first time I went. That fucking set was it might have been my favorite of that weekend, bro. It was fucking great.
I think sorry, real quick, just to like add on to that. I think the time that I fell in love with the Sahara tent and when I realized like EDM's not that bad is when I fucking saw motherfucking Yellow Claw. That's bro.
Yeah, they had like a 4 o'clock set. They had like a 4 o'clock set.
People were moshing. I was like, this is ridiculous. So at the time, I was like, ugh, this is fucking tacky. And then after I realized, like, that was kind of lit, bro. People are having such a good time.
It was sick. I think it was Keys and Crates and Yellow Claw had a back-to-back set. So you had full 2 hours of like trap, just like hardcore. And trap EDM is basically hip-hop EDM. Yeah. Like hip-hop's EDM's version of hip hop. Right. And it's fucking sick. I had the most fun. What bothers me the most now about Coachella is that the Sahara tent is no longer an EDM tent.
No, now it's like the hip hop. I feel.
It's a lot of hip hop, it's a lot of EDM, and then they even had like other artists there. It doesn't like they stole the whole vibe.
It didn't have a theme.
Yeah, the whole vibe from it's gone, and that's what I dislike about it. It's not as fun.
Is that where Jaden Smith was at?
Yes.
And Wiz was there too.
Wiz, YG.
YG was there. Yeah.
Who's that memory, bro?
The fucking Kitsy Ghost. We saw Kitsy Ghost there too.
Kitsy.
I didn't see Kitsy Ghost.
You didn't see Kitsy Ghost?
I don't think I saw them.
That shit was amazing.
I heard them warm up the whole morning though. I think that's why I was kind of like.
Oh, because we were right there.
Yeah.
No, but that shit was different when you were there. Dog.
Well, you know, I didn't even see Jaden. I saw the Tesla from our camp where he was putting the Tesla down from the top. But I didn't actually watch the set because he was actually an early set.
I wasn't with you that much that year, and I always regret that.
Actually, we don't spend that much time at Coachella.
I don't spend that much time with Tony at Coachella.
No.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, of course. I would go with Jeremy though. So.
No, it's just
if that's any like.
Well, it's because you want to go see like Disclosure or something, and then I want to go see fucking.
No, it's true though. It is true. I think the vibe we're looking for is a little different at times.
Yeah, I mean definitely.
But yeah, because I fucking that was my. I always say this, but that's when I realized that was my first year there too, right?
What?
Disclosure.
I don't know. I didn't watch them, so I don't even know what year they were there.
I think that was my first year there, and it was one of my first times rolling. And I remember just thinking like, oh my fucking God, bro, I love this shit. Yeah. I never want to not come to this.
That was it, bro.
I fell in love with Coachella that day, dog.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a similar experience? Where you were saying that?
Oh yeah. I can't even tell you like between what sets it was, but it was like on Saturday, middle of the day. It was like there was still a couple hours before the sunset. We're transitioning from like one stage to another, and I sat down on the grass for a little while, bro. And I was just like sitting there, kind of just sinking in what I was feeling, dog. Saw people, just thousands of people just moving by me, and I'm just feeling the bass of these fucking stages, and I'm like, yep, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm coming back, bro. This is like, this is it, dog. I love this, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, big time, bro.
It's hard to explain to people if you haven't gone.
I can see why people don't like it. Like, I know the heat is a bitch and like being dirty fucking sucks, but if you allow
yourself... You're not lit enough, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to be lit as fuck, bro. Like, also, you have to just submit to it, bro. Like, you have to, like, this sucks. This part of it sucks. But when you have that moment of, like, you sit in the grass and you look around and everyone has smiles and everyone's like, happy Coachella. You're like, oh, fuck yeah, bro. This sense of community is great, bro.
There's something special about that shit.
I agree.
Yeah, there's...
We should be
my first year when I went, I was just like... I literally went home and was like this is one of the best weekends I've ever had in my entire life. Like I've never had more fun than this. And it was, my whole weekend was as random as it can be. I met friends that week. I met people that weekend that are now lifelong friends. I slept in their tent. Like I didn't even spend that much time with the people I went with, which kind of sucks. But I just had so much fun, like just meeting people and making friends and moving around.
That's cool.
And I mean, me, I feel like I can go anywhere. I can go to festivals alone and have the time of my life.
Yeah.
Because I can go and meet people and move around.
Yeah, what I was about to say is like you could take Tony at some sort of festival, just drop him in any place of it. Just if you have you know like in those fucking those like Call of Duty and shit, you just choose
respawn.
You just choose a place where you respawn. You can just respawn
in the middle.
You can respawn him anywhere, bro. He's gonna succeed.
I had one caveat though.
He's gonna succeed.
He needs to have a little bit of money to buy alcohol because sober Tony isn't.
Oh no. Okay, the caveat is he has to be drunk.
I'm just saying, not drunk, but there needs to be this like. You want to drink? You know what I'm saying?
Well, so the reason why, so here's what happened. On the first Coachella I went, we got there on Thursday night to camp. And we made like great friends with the group next to us. So we're all sitting there.
Fun time, bro.
And they all start playing like Cards Against Humanity. And I was like, oh, is this like a drinking game? Like, what are we doing? They're like, oh no. I was like, oh, well, how do you win? He was like, oh, nobody wins. And I was like, this is stupid.
Fuck this.
This is stupid. So I went and I put 2 beers in my pocket, took another beer with me. I started just like walking around by myself.
Terrible.
It's a stupid game.
Not for a festival.
It should be the game that you should play. Never mind.
So anyhow, I left and I just started walking and I seen people playing beer pong and I just started talking shit because it was funny. Like, oh, then you play. I was like, fuck it, let's go. And then those are the people that I met.
Yeah.
And I hung out with them all weekend more than the people that I went with.
Yeah, you have to go with people who are willing to give in. Like they're not fighting the weekend. They're not trying to like I came to this. Like, no, like it's like I'm here. I'm here to go with wherever the wave takes me, bro. And it's like, that's fine. And almost like you want to have very little expectation. Like your expectation should be, I want to see these 3 artists. Everything outside of that is like
one artist a day.
Yes, exactly. And then everything outside of that is like whatever happens, bro.
Yeah, when you go to an event like that, if you're trying to manipulate it into something, that's where you're gonna fuck up.
Yeah,
when you're trying to manipulate it into some clean thing, into some not hot thing, into some not windy thing, into like whatever thing you try to mold it into something, that's where you're gonna fuck up. Like you're saying, bro, you have the most fun when you ride the wave, bro.
Yeah.
Stay wavy out here.
Stay wavy,
real wavy, bro.
Stay real wavy.
When I'm there, I feel like I have like an alter ego. Like it just feels like Superman can finally like take off his suit and just be himself, you know? And that's what it feels like when I'm out there. It's like, and people have said like, Tony at Coachella is a whole different person. Yeah. Right? It's just a maniac.
It's like Kalo went back to Krypton or something.
Yeah. No, because then he loses his powers. You know?
Oh, it's true.
It's like, well, fuck everybody. Let me just play. It's a lot of fun.
You just have to go and have such a good fun. Probably the same amount of fun we would have had at Baja Fest.
So let me ask you, out of all the festivals you've been to, what has been your favorite set?
My favorite set. So I have a really bad memory, bro. Like I don't.
Because you're drunk.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna sustain disclosure, dog. It's the one that like I remember it so fucking well in my mind that like I just sustain it as the best set I've ever.
It was
seen.
the most impactful.
I think so, bro.
Yeah.
What about you?
I might have to say Grimes, bro. I
had a good time at Grimes too, though.
Bro, that was like right after Life of Pablo was out.
Yeah.
And he did this fucking mix with Life is a, what is it with the first song with the Chance the Rapper?
Oh, Ultralight Beam?
Yeah.
Life is an ultralight beam.
Life is an ultralight beam. This is a God dream.
This is a God dream. This is everything.
Bro, in the court.
We don't want no devils in the house, Lord.
We want the love.
Like when the choir is going off, bro. The choir,
that song is
the
so
choir
amazing,
is going off
bro.
and these lights. It was just
everything.
Everything was amazing, bro. It was on point. That's probably it's hard to pick. But
I can't wait. Sorry, I just can't wait to be at a festival, all of us again.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh my god, bro.
You favorite set?
Oh man, I probably let's go back to I think you're there. 2014, 2015. I can't remember.
2014.
Was it 14?
14.
Calvin Harris at the. Remind me of the stage again, man.
I think it was at the main stage.
No, it wasn't. It was the other one.
Oh no! The one with the tent going over.
Not the tent, but they changed the. What's the 360 stage at EDC now called?
Circuit Grounds.
Circuit Ground, yeah.
But they had the tent. It was like a Sahara tent.
Yeah, it was covered. So like the lights would come all the way down.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It was pretty crazy. That's like probably like one of the most memorable.
Yeah, that one was good.
Wait to fucking turn up with Jeremy, bro.
That one was good. That year.
I think you're in the front. We were like
I was. Oh, that was on Sunday. Yeah. I didn't see you that day.
Yeah, I didn't see you.
Yeah.
I was texting you. I was like, you're like, oh, I'm here somewhere. And I was like, all right. We were like right
holding a guy's hand.
No, we were more towards like
this.
I think we were more towards.
I'm on a guy's shoulder. Look at me over here.
I got on Daniel's shoulders that weekend. Daniel's a big guy.
You've been on this one's shoulders too.
I've been on his shoulders. Have I been on your shoulders?
No.
You know,
You wanna be?
It's only happened twice that I can think of, where one for him and one for someone else. Where our first EDC, we're there, we're walking around, and we go to the main stage, and some girl, like there's two girls, and they turn around, they look at Jeremy, and they go, "Can I get on your shoulders?" Just like immediately, like they turn around, they saw him, was like, "Can I get on your shoulders?" And he was like, "Fuck it." And
she goes, both of you?
Yeah, she was probably like 100 pounds. To him, it's like lightweight. It's a warm up.
He put them on at the same time.
One on each shoulder.
You guys enjoying the view? He's like chatting with them.
It was hilarious. I was
there?
like, that has never happened to me. No one has ever turned around and said, "Can I
Ooh,
get
I
your
like
shoulders?"
the weekend set. That was a good one too. Sorry, what was yours though?
I've had a lot. I've had a knife party that year.
Tony's
that was one of the greatest.
What is it? Elephant memory?
Oh, it's great. That was
Such a
a
great memory, bro.
Then the one where they did the John Legend remix. Is that Tiesto?
Oh, yeah.
All of me.
That was 14 too, right?
Yeah.
The fact
It was actually Tiesto, and then it was Knife Party.
That was a great.
That was a great couple.
Yeah,
we had like 3 sets in a row that were amazing. Post Malone at EDC was amazing.
That was pretty fire.
That's one of the best.
I haven't been
sets
to
I've ever
EDC,
seen.
bro. I'm super excited.
Neither have I.
I'm super excited.
You have pachyderm memory, bro.
Yeah, bro. Dude, Tony's memory. The fact that he can remember like songs that the DJs mix, like, bro, I don't fucking remember.
And I'm so fucked up, which is crazy.
In your top 3, I was there, bro. And it was pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good.
Fucking get a room real quick.
Oh, there was.
Let's book it, bro.
Look at Jeremy's mad excited about that.
We were at-
He was like, your top 3, I was there, huh?
Wink, wink.
No, we did. I went to Nocturnal one year, and it was Yellow Claw, Floshadamus, and French Montana at Nocturnal. Those 3 sets, it was 3 hours. It might have been the best, like 3 outside of that one, with best 3 hours at the same fucking stage.
That sounds lit.
That does sound like.
And you get to get closer as each one plays.
Oh, we were actually in the front
from the beginning.
wow.
from the beginning.
That's it. I was gonna ask you guys. Have you guys ever been to like the really front?
Yeah.
It's like a different.
So
it's different there.
I haven't, bro. But for the weekend, I was like pretty close, dog. I didn't like it at all, bro.
Why?
Cause
Why?
Why not?
You feel like people rubbing on your ass too much?
no, because
You
like
feel like you're in everybody's way because you're so tall?
no, I was there. I was
Because
there
I
with
hate
like
when you guys are in the front.
people, dog. That like, and everyone else was like really uncomfortable. And there was this girl next to me who was like really short, and she was like looking up, trying to breathe, and I just didn't like it, dog.
You felt bad for her.
Yeah, because I was trying.
You
to
were thinking about too many
Yeah,
things.
like it was too much for me, dog. Maybe had I been there by myself, dog, I probably wouldn't have given a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, there was a lot of variables I was keeping in mind, and it was too much for me to worry
You
about.
were juggling too many
it
things.
I was juggling way too much at
At
that
Coachella, it's actually at those stages you get too squished.
time. God,
So Nocturnal, when it used to be at the Glen Helen, the main stage was actually very long. You were there. The main stage is long, so
is that not where it is anymore?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay.
I think no,
No,
because
it is. I
everyone
just
there
think
was
you-
complaining. So I think they brought it back this year actually.
No, it's at Glen Helen. Van Helen.
But
Glen Helen.
since the main stage is long, you can go to the front without it being too squished, as opposed to, and like the capacity is less, as opposed to being at Coachella. I went to Hard one time, and we went to see Travis Scott, and we were all pushing to the front where literally like you could not move, and my homie had to take a piss, and he just had to get a cup and just piss there,
Yeah.
and he still had no room to piss because everyone kept like hitting his
Yeah.
hand.
Him his dick.
It's like all
So
over.
we were just like-
it's all over Tony's fucking ankle.
I was like,
fuck.
I was like, man, fuck this. So me and Kobe, we left. We didn't leave, but we just walked out of the crowd. And then Kevin hit me up, your boy Kevin. So I was like, oh, let's meet up right here. So we were fucking watching
My boy Kevin.
Varela, what's his name?
Vera.
Vera, yeah, Kevin Vera. So we're out there.
Shout out to Kevin Vera.
I mean, my homie too, but
Shout out.
that's a better way to explain it.
Now that you mentioned, oh no, I lost it. Oh no. My second favorite set, and this is just because it was iconic as fuck, bro. Me and George had been drinking that year. We were just fucking going off.
Drinking every year.
Yeah, but he was going off, dog. Like this was, I don't know how he got a pineapple. So all we drank that fucking weekend was Hennessy, bro. Right?
Oh my
and somehow he
gosh.
gets a fucking pineapple. I guess he
Was this Nocturnal?
No, this is Coachella. I saw Travis at Coachella. I'm talking about Travis. I'm getting there. I don't know where the fuck he gets a pineapple from. I don't know if he bought a Henny pineapple or if somebody bought a smoothie and he ended up with the pineapple.
Maybe he climbed a tree, bro.
He climbed the fucking palm tree and fucking Coachella got a pineapple. The point is, bro, all I hear is, Hajalo! And I was like, what the fuck, you know? I walk out, he's like, take a shot, bitch, you know? And bro, so we're filling up this pineapple with Hennessy and we're just drinking out this fucking pineapple, dog. And like at some point he's so drunk and he's like, just don't let me miss Travis, dog, you know? I was like, I got you, dog. I got you, you know? So he's so fucked up, bro, that like, I'm like, no, bro, we need to go to see Travis. You told me, like, we're going to go see Travis.
This has to happen.
I walk him I don't walk him, but we're kind of like arm in arm, like,
Stumbling
I
there.
love you, bro, but like, we got to see Travis, dog, you know? We get to Travis, bro, and like Travis performs like 2-3 songs. Travis is on top of this fucking bird, like that's the year he did that whole birds, what is it? Birds Sing McKnight.
Yeah.
So he's on this fucking like big old hawk in the middle of fucking stage, bro. And George is like watching. He looks over. He's like, "Oh shit, it's Travis." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, we came.
just clicked
we
in
did
that
it, bro.
moment.
We're here. We're here to see Travis.
We
bro.
made it,
And then
bro.
like right there, he sobered up. He was back, dog. Like we were
He's like,
raging.
"All right, I'm paying
yeah, we
attention
were
now."
raging, bro. It was fucking.
funny.
That's
Shout out
actually
to
one of my
George
other
and that.
favorites because of that.
This is true. You always bring that up.
I always remember that moment.
Yeah. Travis. You know, actually, I only seen Travis that one time. Usually at Coachella, I end up seeing someone else. They just overbook everyone at the end, which
It's
fucking hate.
complicated. It gets really
And
complicated.
then you have to make very hard decisions. And it's usually like, a lot of times it's like, well, this stage is closer.
So fuck it.
The way I usually solve that one is like, well, they're going there. So
Yeah. That
Stay
was,
with the
I was
crew.
about
yeah,
to
I'm
say
gonna
also.
stay with the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Travis, bro. That's one of the reasons I was super excited for this past Coachella that got canceled.
Yeah.
Because he was going to headline again. And then
I hope he does it the next one in 2020.
Bro, Disclosure was coming back.
Oh, we're
Who
gonna
else
have,
was
no.
there?
Frank Ocean, remember
Fuck
Frank
Frank
Ocean?
Ocean.
I kept my tickets, bro. I'm going, dog.
Yeah, but that lineup was insane.
Bro, let's cross your fingers, manifest. It's gonna happen again.
Again,
bro.
like repeat,
We're
same?
gonna see Travis in Disclosure.
It's gonna be a lot of the same people because Travis is about to drop an album too. So I mean, it just
Yeah, you
depends.
know what?
Maybe we see Jay
We are gonna see.
Cortez, bro.
And then if I mean,
you would shit yourself if Jay Cortez went. You didn't go, bro.
Oh, I'm not-
if Newsom gets
fuck if I
recalled,
see that shit on
California opens all, completely. And then if that happens, then
And if he
then
doesn't-
Coachella's gonna happen.
If he doesn't, you're going to storm Sacramento?
Yeah, I'm gonna-
With
Insurgents.
horns on your head.
That guy, like, that's the funny thing when like they talk about like an insurgent. So I was like, did you not see this guy? He's just a big guy with a giant QAnon flag, no t-shirt,
Yeah,
with
bro. But
Viking horns.
But half the Senate is over 80, dog. You know, like a guy with horns can fucking
Yeah.
bone you real hard. What are you talking about, bro?
Bone to you. Like,
like kind of like the fucking. Never mind.
Anyhow,
I don't want to get in that.
So
The U.S. has a habit of getting boned. It's just kind of our MO lately.
Yeah. So I want to ask you as a question because I was watching Beavis and Butthead Do America the other day, and I had this.
Hey, pour the fucking soju.
And then or
Soju.
tequila, get them drunk. And I had this idea like, if you
so
could,
you like me?
if you
So
could,
you want to do this?
Sorry.
My bad, bro.
if you could be a like a character in your favorite in an eighth TV show or like I guess Beavis and Butthead's a cartoon, something like that. What show do you think like you would be in and like I'd fit perfect into this shit? Like this is
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That's a dark one.
I know, but that's why I like it because when I was younger, I didn't understand it was dark. I was recently watching it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I didn't understand that it was dark, but I felt that it was dark. When
Yeah.
that shit would come on, I would watch it because I was just so enticed by it. But there was a part of me that was
I liked
kind of
Cat
scared,
Dog
bro. I
a
get
lot,
nervous.
too.
I loved Cat Dog.
Want to do Cat Dog together? You be Cat, I be Dog.
Ooh.
We want to switch? It doesn't matter.
We attach butts like that?
Yeah, that's Human Centipede shit.
That's my favorite shit.
What would you be, Tony? What would you be?
So Tony, you
They're all
go.
vibing at different levels. Like, hey,
We literally just go into something else. Like,
Yeah, and,
You caca, I caca.
you cock out of my mouth, I cock out of yours. Sorry, Tony.
I was gonna say because of that, you guys,
I'm like, sorry,
you guys
Tony.
brought South Park into my head, so I'd probably be in South
Yeah,
Park.
I think you would be. No, you would be like you'd be epic in South
You're
Park.
perfect.
It's like in your mind, I think we live in South Park.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm like a mix between like Butters and Cartman. Some days I'm like Butters, and then some days I'm just like Cartman. It's fucking hilarious.
Well,
Screw you guys.
what's-
I'm going home.
Yeah, so I kind of know Carmen. What's Butters like?
So Butters is he's kind of like the innocent kid who Cartman is always like, "Hey Butters, we got to do this," and he's like, "Okay, Cartman, like, what do you want to do?"
okay,
and he's
okay,
like,
okay,
"Oh,
okay.
we're gonna do this and this." He's like, "Ah, yeah, okay, like whatever you want."
Tony just let us. Tony
and
just.
I should be Cartman and Butters for fucking Halloween, bro.
It's interesting. That might work. I don't
Tony
know.
just let us into his mind,
Who's
bro.
Cartman?
Yeah.
Who's Butters?
No, Butters
I
is
think I'm more Butters when I'm around you. Though.
no Butters has like this episode
Yeah.
where he's like he's trying to learn how to talk to girls, and then he goes to like the pimp convention, and they teach him how to like pimp these hoes and
Oh,
get this
God.
money. So he goes back to school like, listen, bitch, you gonna make me some money. You gonna kiss these boys in the back of the school, and you're gonna give me some money. But Butters is so innocent that it just makes that episode so much more hilarious.
You know, it's funny what I thought about when you were describing that whole shit about like you'd be either one of those because both of them are kind of you. It's like that must be what goes on in Tony's head when
Yeah.
he's about to do something.
Stupid.
Like the Cartman part of him is like, yeah, just do it, motherfucker. The Butter's like, well, why are we gonna do that?
yeah.
Stop being a pussy. Just do it.
How about Jeremy?
He-Man, I guess. I don't know, bro.
Oh, because he wants to be He-Man. That's why.
Yeah.
I don't know
Or
what that. I've never
Thundercats,
seen
bro.
that.
Oh,
Thundercat is
Thundercats.
good, bro.
Yeah.
Thundercats, bro.
is good.
You know what's a low-key great movie that's very underrated? Is the He-Man movie, the
Oh, I
Powers
love
of
that movie.
Grayskull, what's it?
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
Masters of the Universe.
I fucked with the Powerpuff Girls.
I used to love that show too.
I
Hard.
just, I fuck.
Dragon Ball
I'm
Z?
gonna get. Oh, Dragon Ball. I fucked with Dragon Ball. So I used to go to Honduras a lot when I was a kid, and my cousins. I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z here, dog, but they watched Dragon Ball. So a lot of the Dragon Ball Z I've seen has been in
Filipinos
Spanish, bro.
That's dope.
I saw most Dragon Ball Z in Spanish in Honduras. My cousin, Dragon Ball Zeta, bro. I saw Dragon Ball Zeta. Fuck with me, dog.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, bro. A lot of the shit that I didn't watch here, I watched
Over there.
Yeah.
Like Bob
Cousin was
Esponja.
like into it, bro. He's like, yeah, Vegeta, and and I was like, all right, I'm into it now.
Vegeta, right?
Yeah,
That sounds dope in Spanish.
that's what I'm
though,
saying.
bro.
I remember I watched him fucking be fighting. I was
That's
like,
it, yeah,
it
yeah,
sounds better,
it does.
bro. Going back to what we said, just sounds better in Spanish. Bro. I was into it in Spanish, bro. I remember I would come home and I was like, I'm gonna watch it when I get home, and I would just lose interest because it wasn't in
yeah.
Spanish. I think. Anyways,
With that said, Above the Waves Podcast, episode 9.
sobre las olas.
Sobre las olas.
Is it episode 9?
Episode 10.
Wow.
Wow.
Shout out to double digits, bro.
I'm seeing if you guys are paying attention. That's
Right.
right.
Heck, yos.
Good eye.
Episode 10.
Everyone's all like, yeah. Episode
It's
9.
like, huh?
Bro, we fucking did double digits. I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna get here. You didn't think we were gonna get here.
But you didn't think
You've
we
been
were-
sitting there for double digits.
I know you guys are
watching
thinking, this is 9 more podcasts I thought they were going to put out.
us. This is 9 more. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because the one they didn't think we were gonna put out, and then the 9 they're like, they're definitely
There's
not
no
putting those
way,
out.
bro.
Yeah.
Well-
I mean, thank you guys for rocking with us this long. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts.
Amen.
So with that said, the special hose up is for you guys. Thank you guys. Hose
Thumbs
up.
up.
All right, fuck you then.
Did I tell you guys when I got molly watered on accident?
Molly-watered?
I did not know I took molly. Like it was
Molly-watered.
given to me.
That's cruel.
How was it, bro? It sounds like a good time.
No, it was a situation where
Situation.
like an hour or two later, George was like, "Hey, did you take molly?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah.
He's like, "Bro, you're fucked up right now." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I remembered that when we were in line to get into the festival, we all had like our Gatorades. Everyone's just like trying to finish it. And I had a lot. Me and my cousin Casey had a lot. So we were like kind of passing it down. Like everyone at this point in the line, it's like the last, what was it, the last line? Like the last amnesty box type thing.
Oh yeah. We're like, this is your last chance to submit all your drugs without.
Yeah, so everyone's just in there like pounding.
Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah.
My last chance, huh?
Yeah, this is it, huh? I wasn't supposed to come to the parking lot with it, but here's where I turned in all the drugs.
This is where I turned it.
Got it.
So then
got it.
these three white boys behind me, they were like, I gave them my drink. They're like, oh, here. I was like, oh, water, cool. And I thought it was just a water bottle. It's a little small water bottle, 500 cc's. And I drank like half of it.
Bro.
Well,
Don't
500 ml.
Don't be a nurse right now, bro.
And so I was just drinking it, but I was so thirsty. I was like, good. They're like, hey, chill. I was like, what? And then
He's like,
they're like, yo, this is Molly water.
He's like, what?
He's like, what did you want?
They're like, this is Molly water. I was like, oh shit. Because I already had drank like half. I drank pretty quick.
So did you finish it?
No, I drank half.
You didn't say like,
but they had put a couple of pills in there. It wasn't just one pill. Because they had a couple of guys, so they were all sharing it. So that happened. I totally forgot about it. We go in, and then a couple hours later, George was just like, yo, are you rolling? And I was like, no.
For legal purposes, all references to drugs are just for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, and for legal purposes, I was drugged. I did not take drugs.
For legal purposes, all of this is for entertainment only.
Exactly.
And none of this is prescriptive, so.
He's ready.
So for episode 10, we wanted to do something special. We have Michael Rufus, who won the contest with us a couple of weeks ago for the caption. So we're going to call him right now. He's going to ask us a couple of questions from the pod. So we ready when you're ready?
That's too loud.
Big Roof.
Put it back where it was.
Hey. Que lo que? What's up? We're live and direct on the podcast.
Yo.
Oh, yeah, I told my girl to go home. I'm going to be on TV.
Hey, what's up, Roof?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, baby?
You guys good?
We're great, baby. How you doing?
TP, what's up, brother? All good. Blessed.
Good, baby. I miss you, man. We need to chill soon.
I know, bro. It's been too long.
Seriously, man.
What are you savages up to? Chewy, you look fly on Instagram.
Ooh. I'm coming over after this, dog. You
You
just stay tight, baby.
So you did win the contest a couple of weeks ago, so you do have a couple of questions if you want to go ahead and ask.
Oh, hell yeah. I wasn't prepared, but shit.
Take it on your side. Camera.
That was a fucking good caption.
That was a good caption. What was the caption? Wait, I got a question for you. How'd you come up with that caption? Like
the caption was
what fucking dawned on you to say, I'm gonna say this.
And the caption was for the people.
These are the three male role models in your daughter's life.
These are the three father
figures in your daughter's life. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh shit, that was fucking classic.
Let me just think of something so out of this. It's derogatory, and this will get them.
You definitely nailed it, bro.
Yeah, bro, you're disrespectful as fuck, bro. I like it.
That's why I liked it.
Disrespectful. Hell yeah, bro.
All right.
Well, if you got anything,
if
dog.
you have any questions, feel free to. If you don't, we could just shoot the shit for a little bit, whatever it is.
Oh shit! Let me come up with a question.
It doesn't have to be crazy.
It's the questions, dog. This is like when you're playing, and think about your question as I say this. This is like when you're playing King's Cup, and then the fucking queen comes out, and you're like, fuck. You know what I mean? Would you fucking?
No.
Would you not fucking?
I got a good one. I got a good one, Queens.
Wait, I'm a prince today.
Hit it, bro. Hit it.
No, I want to hear like everyone's perspective too. Like, what do you guys think is the greatest, like challenge that music is facing by creating good music?
Repeat it again.
Last part.
Say it one more again.
What do you think is the biggest challenge that music has been facing that is kind of like inhibiting its growth right now that you guys see?
Gotcha.
Kind of a negative question. Like, why do you think some music is shitty right now?
Just to make sure I get it, is it almost like if you had to pick one thing that's preventing a genre or music from developing further, what would it be?
Yeah, what do you think is making music like not progress? Yeah, in the way that you would like it to be.
I want to take it.
I want to say that it is. I don't know if it's the execs or if it's the actual artists themselves, but everyone is starting to make music that sounds exactly alike. It's almost like this is the recipe for winning. So let's all do this together, right? Or not like we all do, but everyone's like, oh, that's what's working. Let me do that too. So everyone's sounding alike. It's kind of like T-Pain's rant recently. It's like, do something different. And unfortunately, everyone's kind of doing the same thing because they feel like that's working in today's age. So what is missing is the lack of innovators that go out there and take the chances that will stretch music as opposed to just keeping it in the same realm that it's in currently.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think that's one of the main things is execs or whatever, whether it's an exec or the actual artist or the artist's team, them looking at the numbers and seeing what they're just making choices off of numbers, and it becomes this formulaic thing of like, in order to hit this sort of numbers, these are the kind of things that are making that go. So let's make it like this. And there's no inspiration in the music, and the music is uninspired.
Yeah.
I think that's like the biggest problem with shit. But that's also why the ones who are inspired stand out, bro.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones doing shit that's not formulaic. And they're bending all sorts of shit, and they're doing all sorts like Rosalia, bro. It's like one of the biggest artists in the world. She's a flamenco artist, supposedly, right? But her flamenco doesn't sound like any flamenco you've ever heard in Spain, dog.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
And she does that and does reggaeton. Oh, and she collabs with Travis Scott. Oh, and she, you know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, and she, dog. You know what I mean? Bad Bunny too.
Right.
Oh,
right.
and he does. And Rauw right now is climbing, and he's gonna be one of those guys, and he's another guy who's shown himself to be fearless, bro.
Yeah.
He's done the EDM thing. He's doing dance in from the Latino space, which has been it's been something that's like not the norm.
Yeah.
But he's not afraid because he's inspired to do that.
Right.
It has nothing to do with hitting a number or hitting a formula or nothing. This is what I'm inspired to do.
Yeah.
And so I think it's hot. I'm gonna fucking do it. Yeah. And those artists stand out. So
I'm gonna take another angle. I'm gonna say it's the consumer.
Yeah.
Because all the stuff that sounds the same, people still like it. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would they do anything different?
It's your fault.
It's
your fault.
It's consumers, man. You know.
your fault.
It's just yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was actually gonna take a perspective similar to Jeremy's. Like, to me, I don't know that I would put it on the consumer, but I would put it on how the music industry monetizes, right? Like, what monetizes is what people click on, not so much on like
Video.
A company doesn't want to put money on what's innovative. They want to put money in on what's just gonna make sales, you know. And so we're so busy trying to make sales that we end up falling a victim into what I think you guys said. So I think we're all saying the same thing, like just at a different level. But ultimately, I think what's keeping music from being innovative today is that it's all about making music. And at the end of the day, if it doesn't make music, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense, and no one's gonna put their money behind something that's just, you know, even though it's sick, dog, you know?
Yeah, it's more riskier to put something under that's innovative that they don't even know if people like it.
Yeah.
Yet, right. Yeah. Okay. And thank you, Michael. It was a great question.
That was a good question. Yeah.
That was a fucking great question.
If you have another one, feel free, bro.
I'm Indian, so I'm gonna milk this.
Yeah, bro. Get your spotlight, bro. What you mean?
But you have to ask this in an Indian accent.
Ask it in an Indian accent, you know, like something.
Spice it up, yeah.
Something juicy, you know.
All love to the Indian people out there. No disrespect.
But I guess for context, my boy is Indian. I grew up with him, dog. I've been knowing him since. I might as well have known him since I came out of diapers.
Nothing but love for.
We grew up in that house.
We got fed by that house.
We got fed the bombest shit I've ever tried in that household.
So
bro.
all
shout
love
out
to India and Indian people and Indian
Shout out
culture.
to India. I saw this funny thing, guys. I thought I'd share it. It was like, it's on a church billboard. It says, using a condom is doubting God's power. Just go raw and let the good Lord protect you.
Let the good Lord protect you. Shout out.
That's great, bro.
Sounds
That's
like
great.
most anti-vaccine commercials now too. I like it, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was actually talking to Jalo the other day, and I was like, man, you know, for you guys to put yourselves out there on a podcast is huge, because not a lot of people, everyone has a good idea, but no one is willing to take that plunge. So I think my next question would be my last question, is like, for each of you, like what's been the hardest thing of taking that first step of like, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, let me just start. How'd you get through that initial like fear? Like what keeps you just staying different than other podcasts? Because everyone has a podcast, right? You know, but I told Angela, just listening to you guys and from a non-biased approach, it feels like a conversation, you know, which is really refreshing to hear. Sometimes I want to talk back to the fucking. I'm like, yeah, true, yeah. He never acknowledges me back.
Disrespect out here, kid.
Yeah.
That's a good question. You want to take it first again?
You can go ahead.
Yeah, well, I think one that sort of thing that you're touching on about like what you said about a lot of people have ideas, and but not everybody, you know, ends up taking that plunge to actually bring that idea into fruition. That's something that's something that's really landed with me in the last year. One of the lessons of my life in this past like 12 months is that I'm trying to live a full ass fucking life and give my life the biggest fucking swing I can give it. And so a lot of times we don't do it because of the fear of like, there's a part of us that wants to be so socially accepted by everyone, and the people that we already have in our lives that accept us already with the version that they think they know of you. We're scared of losing that. So we don't take some shots on the shit that's in our hearts because we feel like we're gonna let somebody down or whatever. But in doing so, I'm not giving this shit my best shot. So,
amen.
So this was something that was in my heart after it was put on the table by Jalo and Tony we all talked about it. It was something that I knew my heart was committed to, or my heart was really called to. And so part of the lesson that I've learned this year is like, try to follow my heart, like quiet all the rest of this shit down, right? All the shit that my ego is scared of, like my super conservative uncle, if he ever watches this shit, like maybe I'm never allowed in his house again or whatever, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
That's okay because my intentions are good and I love him regardless of the choices he thinks of me.
That's right.
So with all that, that's like that's my impulse to do this thing is that, and even those people who are super judgy about things that other people do out there in the open and share with people, the reality is that most people have those same sorts of thoughts, ideas, and things in their mind. They just are not doing it out there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just not gonna keep nothing in here. I'm gonna try my best to live my shit out there authentically and be free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was something that my heart was called to. So that was the hardest thing, I guess, and the thing that impulsed me at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
The hardest thing is probably time. You know, I think time. It's finding time, not only through my schedule but through everyone's schedule and making it all like fit at a certain time. I think that's been the hardest because we've been talking about this since the end of 2019, and what the main thing was time. We didn't have the time to put this together or to do everything. So that's been the hardest. And then the other part for me is letting go, kind of like learning to let myself go in front of a camera the way that I let myself go in front of my friends all the time. Right. So I think that's probably the hardest for myself.
I think we're still working on that part too a little bit.
Yeah.
You put a camera in front of anyone, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh man, the pressure's on."
Yeah.
Jeremy?
Yo, Jay?
Yeah, I think the hardest part and the best part is actually just doing it. You know, like us getting together. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, I was like, I had a lot going on. Yeah, it seems hard at the time, but it's the best part of it too. So I think that's what keeps everyone going. So.
Yeah.
100%, bro.
Yeah, because I never, not once have I went home after and be like, I shouldn't have done that. Like it's always went home like, I'm so happy I did it. Even if I was having like a really bad day, somehow getting with these guys and hanging out and chilling, I do feel like it brings out a part of me that I really enjoy. So
yeah, me too, bro. Agreed.
Yeah, I think for me it's the same thing, bro. I think like initially the hardest part was like having an idea and like not convincing the guys, but like I guess convincing you that it was worth the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, for some reason I just fully believed in, like I just knew that this would be like, I mean, I guess like everything, art is subjective, right? I think it's amazing. Other people might think it's mediocre, but I think it's great, right? And I always knew it would be. And then the personal thing that was really hard for me was bro, and I to this day, like I listen to the podcast because I make the timestamps, and like it's the most difficult thing to hear myself talk. I think I'm like the most annoying, the most interruptive. Like I hate seeing myself, dog. It's why I like constantly don't look at the camera. You know what I mean? So personally, it was like getting over this hump of like, fuck, like all the dumb shit I constantly say is like recorded and like somebody can go back and point at it. Like
it's out there, dog. Yeah.
Moving past that fear for me was major, and I'm still not there. I still feel highly uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that said, thank you so much, Mr. Rufus. I really appreciate your questions. They were amazing.
Please call me Michael, Tony.
Rufio!
No, because now I didn't want to say your full government, you know? Because now we got
dox
Roof.
him. You're going to dox him next.
I know.
Put his address out next.
Exactly, bro. So
That's all right.
Anyhow, we love you, baby.
We love you, Roof.
Love you,
Thanks,
brother.
bro.
Love
Appreciate
you.
your time,
Love you
dog.
guys. Keep killing, all right?
Hey, man, shout out to Go Hard, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Go Hard. And we're
Big
going to
hug
chill
out
soon. And real quick, I don't know if you're drinking right now, but we about to take a hose up. If you want to take a hose up with us.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
I'll pour one right now.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's what I want to hear.
If you call the pod, you drinking.
That's it. That's
So if
it,
you're not
bro.
ready- if you're not
That's
ready
the
for that-
fucking, what's the term that they use? That's the prerequisite. There's another term that they use.
Mandates.
It's the requirement.
That's the passport.
That's the pass,
That's
bro.
it.
So if you want to call in and have some questions, you take a shot
You
with
need a
us.
drinking passport to hang out with us. All
Fuck, there's a literal fucking name
Hey,
for
I
that.
got a little bit of whiskey.
right, are you ready? Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Oh,
All right,
there
baby,
we
let's go. Hose up.
Hose up.
All right, fellas.
Love, bro. Love,
I love you, bro.
All right, Michael, we'll call you soon.
Love you guys. Have a
I
good
love
one.
you too. All right, man.
So Rufus posted a meme probably while we were talking, this crazy motherfucker. He posted a meme that says, it says facts, laughing emoji. He says, when the teacher almost caught you cheating, you hit them with the...
Like you're thinking.
Yeah, like you're like... Or you're like, you know, you're like...
Nah, I agree.
You know what I'm talking about? That's good
I don't know.
stuff.
I never cheated, bro.
I did, bro. I got caught cheating multiple times.
Nah, bro, I don't cheat.
I got caught helping somebody. Well, not helping somebody cheat. I was giving people answers.
I was giving... By the time I was giving Steven Munoz an answer.
Bro.
But I was being so lazy because I was like, I actually studied for this test, which is odd. Like I studied for it. And I was like, pass. And I was like, this was like, I just kind of held it lazily, like just disrespectfully. And the teacher caught me doing it, bro. So I got caught cheating that.
Bro, let me just run this one real quick. Bro, this fucking thing was one of the most stressful experiences I've had in my education career, bro. Anatomy fucking class. Anatomy's tough, dog. It's just so much things you have to remember. It's like you have to work hard, bro.
Yeah.
To pass this.
Right.
Well, to get an A, right? You can pass whatever. So I'm like, dude, my A is locked down as long as I get this fucking, I do okay in this, I do well in this fucking final, I'm good. This girl behind me, she goes, before we start, she goes, can you, like, if I need some help, would you, like, help me out, right? I'm like,
wait. How hot was she?
I'm hard. She was pretty. I was attracted. She was pretty. She was pretty.
Okay.
You would
I'm not gonna put her.
You
I'm
would
not-
help her out and go on a date.
I'm not gonna put a rating on her, but she was a pretty girl.
Okay.
You would help her out and break her off.
I don't know. She almost got me fucking failed, so I wouldn't help her with nothing.
She didn't pay. She didn't put out after that. Like, hey, bitch.
I dipped the fuck out, dog. I didn't wait for nothing.
All right,
I'm
tell the
out.
story, 'cause I want to hear it.
Anyways, I killed my shit, dog. I'm fucking killing it. Like, I know all this shit, blah, blah, blah. I'm killing it. And then she was like, I don't know how she communicated with me. I can't remember now.
Telepathy.
But she goes like, number 18 or whatever. And then I'm like, so I flipped. I'm like, pretending like I'm looking through my answers, right? And then I just leave it on 18. I kind of just chill it right there. The way the classroom is set up, there's two long walkways. It's like an auditorium. He walks out of the class and walks back in. In that moment that he is outside of the classroom, I'm exposing my shit. He walks back in, goes to the front of the class. He goes, I know somebody cheated. I know somebody's cheating right now. And if you don't, like, I'm going to find out who it is. Both people, who's helping and who's not helping. If you helped somebody, you can come up right now and I'll take 20% off your grade, but you're not going to fail.
Did you walk up?
But just come, no, fuck no. Ain't no snitch out here in these streets. You feel me?
Tested his gangster.
But I thought about it for a second. I was like, fuck, is this fool serious? There's no way he knows who the fuck it was. This was out of the class. Like, fuck this. But I was sweating for a little bit, dog.
So anyways, he didn't know.
He didn't know. At least my shit. I looked at my grade a week. That those 5 days after that class, like checking to see when my grade was coming. It's like, fuck.
You know what I would have done?
But I passed.
If I didn't study for that test, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not gonna fail if I turn. Like, all right, it was me.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fail. Like, all right. Yeah.
No, but he's saying
That's
you're gonna
true.
take 20% off, but I won't fail you.
I won't fail you.
But if you were 20% from failing, you would
It's
fail.
fail.
Yeah. But I would have had to burn her out too, though. Like I would have had to been like, this is the person I showed her my answer.
Yeah, and I think like since he didn't take the test away, you can make the argument like that wasn't me.
Yeah.
You could. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You dog, because he was bluffing a little bit, or
He was bluffing.
they were bluffing.
He was
Bluffing because if you know they cheat, you just take the test, dog, and you do what you need to do. But like when you leave when you leave it up to chance, it's almost like, how are you gonna prove it after the fact that I cheated? Dog? I'm gonna just say like, is it because I'm cute, brown, tall, short?
All
Like
that.
I just make it a racial thing. Like, wait a minute, bro. There's no way you caught me after
You
the
pull
fact.
a card.
Yeah, bro, you pulled me out of the group.
There's actually no way to prove that you're cheating if it's the right answer, because it's like, this is the right answer. We're all supposed to get this. Right?
Yeah.
But if you both got the wrong answer, then it's
there's
easier.
an argument, but I still say like, bro, people get the wrong answers in unison all the time. You know what I mean, that still doesn't prove anything, in my opinion.
You get all the same ones. But she didn't copy all my shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So one answer,
showed her
like,
a few.
bro, there's no way. I would have done what you did.
That shit was so stressful.
Fuck the noise. I would have done the same thing.
I worked so hard for that fucking.
And so did she, bro. She got herself number 18.
And a couple other ones.
Hey, did she get you a Snapple when you're done?
Sí, La Rosalia.
Hey, but I want you guys. I want my credit.
Okay, it's just.
Okay.
So what we're trying to explain is, Rosalia just had an interview with Alofoke.
Alofoque.
Shout out to DR.
And
Shout out to the DR.
and my boy
Them
and my
both
G
are-
right here, he had a conspiracy through there, which is that go ahead and explain it.
So what happened is, I think we've talked about on the pod, like that there's been like suspicions or rumors or insinuations that Rosalia and Rauw had a thing, but no one's ever like seen them together.
Had a ting.
Had a ting, like a big ting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then no one
Bad
ever put
ting.
them together, but they put it together because like they took pictures by the same looking, what appeared to be the same car or the same color car.
Same places.
So anyways, if I watched the GQ interview with Rauw, you know those GQ interviews where they say like, oh, the 10 things I can't live without. So
Yeah.
Rauw did one. And one of the things he picked was a Snapple, right? And I remember thinking to myself like, who picks a Snapple, dog? You know what I mean? But he's like, no, like.
Snapple facts.
He went hard on the Snapple, like, dog, like.
Something he really loves.
Everywhere I go, like, if it's like I buy a multiple of them in case they sell out type shit. Like, it's a big deal to him, the Snapple, right? So I'm watching the interview with Rosalia and Alofoque, and Alofoque is asking her questions like, so what kind of a lover are you? Because Alofoque asks questions. He's a good interviewer.
He's
in the
a
sense
great
of, like,
interviewer.
He's a rapid fire type of guy, dog. Like, he doesn't, like, get nervous about any of them. He just kind of says, like, so what kind of lover are you? And, like, randomly, like, you're having a conversation. He's like, well, what kind of
like
lover are you?
real easily, and they're good questions.
Yeah, and then the artist is usually like, well, like let me posture really quick. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he asks like, what kind of a lover are you? And she's like, well, like I'm a detail or the word in Spanish is detallista. I don't know what the word is.
Detail-oriented,
Like
yeah.
detail oriented lover, where like the little things matter to her. She's the type of lover that like if you. So then she makes a comment. She makes an example of saying like, for example, like if your favorite drink is Snapple, then I'm gonna buy you a Snapple when I go to the grocery store. And I said, bro, that's Rauw's favorite drink. Why did you pick a Snapple?
Were they already rumored?
Why was that the example?
Were they already
Yes,
rumored?
this interview with Rosalia just happened.
And
but were they already rumored to kind of be together?
this rumor's been going on.
This GQ interview happened months. Like,
and also
months ago.
and also this rumor about them having a ting
has happened
a
in
bad
between,
bad ting.
has happened in between that GQ interview and this interview.
It's been going on for at least a year.
Yeah.
It's been going on for at least a year.
And so as soon as he said a Snapple, I was like, oh, bro, she's throwing hint. But think about her though, bro. Think about the savage mode of like, let me throw that hint in.
Unless it wasn't a savage moment.
No, it
unless
was not
she
a savage
slipped
moment.
up,
That just came out. That's like subconsciously just came out.
which is still it's still showing her hand though.
That's what I'm saying. But
it could
I
have
think
been.
she was more like,
I'm gonna let y'all know.
you know why? Because Rauw has said stuff on interviews saying like, oh, my favorite country is Spain. Bro, they're not both slipping up, dog. They're both like feeding the fire of like, why is your favorite? And he said like, my favorite girls are Spanish girls.
No, I don't think
Why are
they're.
you doing all that?
I mean, maybe they are doing it on purpose.
Yeah, they are doing it on purpose. The fuck,
Yeah, I
these
give 'em
artists-
that. I give
Bro,
'em that.
let me tell you something. I've now realized, dog, these artists, this is their job, Tony. Their job, dog, you're telling me there's not someone sitting, like, bro, if you pay a publicist, dog, that publicist is telling you, do not say this for the love of fucking God. don't talk about this, don't talk about this, don't mention this, and if you're gonna talk about this, just say this a little bit. Here's this statement.
This is the angle.
Dog, don't say more than this little statement I drafted for you. This is the dog. You think you're gonna fucking slip up and both make comments
Not
about
professionals
each other?
like them.
No, dog, not mega stars, mega superstars like them, bro.
Kodak Black maybe, but
yes, bro.
Professionals like that, no, bro.
That's all I'm saying, bro. There's no fucking chance this is an accident,
guys,
bro.
If they're a team, they're a bad team together.
Actually,
bro, I love.
So
both
let me
of
tell you
them.
one more. I'm gonna take the conspiracy theory that I have even one step further. I think they're no longer a thing, but they're both like.
Let's play this.
Yes, bro. Not even play it, but like I think they want to be a thing. Like they may have like cut it off just because I haven't heard anything in a while.
So it's kind of like Anuel calling Karol G on stage this weekend.
No, Anuel basically said to Karol, same thing, exactly. Like I'm gonna shoot my shot in public, and only you understand it, except Angela understood it too.
Yeah. This thing is actually.
Yeah, bro. It's one of those little flirty moments.
So with that said, shout out to those. What are the subliminal shots?
Shout out to those forbidden loves.
And you guys should check out that fucking interview. It's great.
Oh yeah, check out the Rosalia and Rauw interview. It's great. Shout out to all the folk. Shout out to the forbidden love.
Forbidden love.
Hose up.
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, we can just chill with me, long as you're comfortable and you'll feel secure when you're with me. Cause I'm not trying to pressure you, just can't stop thinking about you. You ain't even really gotta be my girlfriend. I just wanna know your name and maybe sometime we can hook up, we can hang out, we can just chill. Dale, just chilling, pa, tu sabes. I forgot the third verse, so I don't sing it.
I'm sorry.
I got 2 out of 3, though. I'm good.
You're good. I got a question.
It's the questions, dog.
So, I don't know if you guys seen it. There's an NBA player who got by an IG model.
No, but
not for me. I mean, maybe I did, but I forgot.
I didn't get it.
His name is PJ Washington. He plays for the Charlotte Hornets.
He got.
Cold.
That's cold.
I guess he knocked up Brittany Renner. Bundle of Brittany, I think is her IG.
Why are you sending all the hate her way, bro?
And no, she's like one of those like IG girls. Like she just shows her ass and does like ass workouts all day and everything. And so basically,
it's ass day every day.
It's an ass day.
So she basically a report just came out that she's gonna get $200,000 a month for child support. And she broke up with him, or I don't know if they were married. They got divorced like right away, like 3 months after the baby was born, like right away. And what makes it funny is like there's been a lot of rumors over the past 3 or 4 years that like almost every big name NBA player has been linked to her. So when it was reported that he was like, oh, I'm having a baby with her, like that he claimed it, they had like all these memes of all these NBA players be like, whew. Like, oh, fuck
like Superhead.
Yeah, like, oh, he claimed it. Good job.
Remember Superhead?
So basically, 2 days ago, I guess he had a meltdown on IG. And on his story, he was just posting all these pictures of his kid. Like, I just want to see my kid. I just want to see my kid. Yeah. And he's been posting, like, I just want to see, like, they're stopping me from seeing my kid, you know? And I know we're here for music and culture, but we're also here for gold diggers. So I'm curious to how do you guys feel? I don't know if you know enough about the situation, but how do you feel like it's being handled? Do you think?
Well, why? Sorry, I guess I'll ask a question first. Why is he not seeing his kid? Is it because the girl determined or the courts determined that he can't see his kid?
Yeah,
I think the court would only follow what she's saying. So I don't know. Maybe it's both.
Look, there's a lot of unknowns. I don't know. I don't know why they broke up. I mean, I see what you're insinuating. That may very well be the case. I don't know. What I will say is this, and it's part of my logic as to like, oh, you're getting old, you should have a kid. Like, having a kid is not a handbag. You know what I'm saying? So when you deliberately get with somebody and deliberately decide to have sex with them with no condom, given, let's say everything you're saying about her past is true. Mm-hmm. So I have like a pretty like what's the word I'm looking for? Like an ethereal view on what sex is. Like, dog, if you're having sex with someone because they convince you about the ass shots, then I think you should buckle up, motherfucker. There's repercussions to this, right? Not shading anyone that shows their ass. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying if there was the rumors that Tony is saying there is, and you fell in love for her, like being like this exhibitionist online, and then you're expecting her to not like go for the bag.
Yeah, but so
you're an idiot.
He's a kid. She's 7-8 years older than him. Like he's new in the league.
How old is he?
22.
All right, so here's my take, bro.
So, and it started when he was 20, based on the timeline of the baby born, how the baby
That's
is
a
now.
little young. I agree that there's a little bit of
and she was way older than him.
There's a little bit of a grooming aspect to that, if I may say so myself. Like I think there's a little bit of like a little poaching type of thing where she found the young meat.
Poaching. I like that word.
But what I and so given his youth, I feel like I feel a little bit more empathetic because I'm like, when you're that young, you kind of like the prettiest thing that shines in front of you, you kind of go googly eyed for it. So like that's a good piece of information. I may
His
kind of
sex life was just starting, bro.
I may walk back what I was kind of saying. Like I don't want to shame her. I do think though I know that there's no pedophilia involved here, dog, but I find anybody who goes for younger people, and this is kind of what we're saying about the red shirt thing. Like, I question
attacking on.
No, but I question a big,
I never
check it though. I question to some degree your intent because, like I said, there's this aspect of grooming, dog, that can happen both female and male. It's like, why are you going for someone that young? I'm not saying age is just a number. Shout out to Lee and R. Kelly. Just kidding. That's a fucked up thing to make a joke of. But like, to some degree, I don't want to make it seem like, oh, there's no chance that someone older should date someone younger. No, I'm not saying that, dog. But like, if that person isn't at a maturity level and you still pursue that, then there's this aspect of like maybe you're grooming that person. You're manipulating that, dog.
Yeah,
there's always a power dynamic in age.
I don't know nearly enough. Facts, but
disclaimer, I don't know anything about the situation.
But here's my like just basic take about this thing. No matter how any of this shook out, bro, right? Young, not young, should have known, didn't know, blah blah blah. A child came out of this.
Yeah.
That's it. So I don't unless he did something atrociously wrong to her and showed himself to be somebody who's a danger to be around or is not capable
which we don't know. We don't know that.
Or showed himself to be not capable of being around a young person and helping raise somebody. The child comes first, bro. I don't give a fuck what happened to you guys.
Point.
Yeah,
I don't. The court should be thinking about that too. And okay, granted, we don't know what's going on, all the shit. But if none of that stuff he's shown as a young man, then you're doing the child a disservice
100%.
by taking him away from his father, bro.
And
they don't have to work out, dog. Him and her don't have to have nothing going well, bro. This is about raising a human being.
And that was my opening statement about children are not accessories, bro. They're human beings who develop to be somebody, and that I think we're nailing on there.
So that's all I got to say about that shit, dog.
It's as long as like he's. I mean, if there was no reason for him not to see the child and the court's still not granting him, I think that's messed up. But if there is, I understand.
Right.
Yeah, but
of course, if there is.
You haven't seen the paperwork. But I did have this thought yesterday that I was talking about, which is like, he's a young up-and-coming player. He's not all-star. He's a good solid C. But if he's having a meltdown now and it makes him to a point where he can no longer play because he's having a mental meltdown, I don't mean no longer play, but like at that level that he's been playing, and if he continues to excel at the level he's been excelling, then, I mean, it would be not her fault, but then she wouldn't even get the money later, because if he's not gonna get the contract for her to get that money. That money's gonna go back down to, $5,000 a month, which is still great if you're not doing anything. But
that being said, I do hope like there's some like mentor amongst the teams that throw their arm around him and say like, hey, like this is how it's gonna be.
Yeah, a lot of teams they like to keep a vet in the locker room
for these moments
to kind of coach the young guys. And
I hope somebody does, bro. I think he needs some guidance.
Yeah, another thing too is that something that's become almost a normality now, which is a positive thing in professional sports, is that most organizations now they have like a therapist on hand.
Bro.
They have like a psychologist on hand. So hopefully he's using that resource and he gets through this thing. I mean, again, unless even then, hopefully he does well. But
we don't know. We don't know enough about it.
We don't know enough about it. But my whole
perspective, she's being rude, dog. She's being mad shady to the kid, and from him, I hope that if he's behaved himself and proven to be a fit parent, then I think we should let him see it.
Yeah, I don't want to get too far into this because it's very somber. But
Yeah.
I mean, but if any guy is trying to be a part of the child's life, and you know so many guys who don't care, like allow that person to be part of the child's
100%,
life,
bro.
right? Because I feel like it's only going to be for the most part, I feel like it's only going to be positive. Even if the father is not the most positive, especially young boys, I think women too. If a man is there, it's a different type of feeling growing up.
Yeah, quick PSA. Please, to all those people who've had a situation where they have an accidental kid or whatever. Pregnancies and these things happen with your partner.
Or even just a domestic partnership that falls apart.
Whatever the fuck it is, please do not punish. Don't think that you're punishing your man or a baby daddy or baby mama
Significant other.
by withholding your child from them, bro. Please don't do that.
Yeah, because you're actually punishing the child.
You're punishing the child in ways that you do not even understand. It's going to affect this person all through their fucking life. So please don't do that.
Assuming the other person is not like imminent danger to the child.
Yeah, assuming that.
Right, you have to bar that.
If it's just this little grudge thing that you're doing, like, well, this motherfucker cheated on me. That shit happens, dog. People be like, oh, this fool cheated on me, so fuck him. Like, however I can punish this guy, and I know he's dying to be around his son or his daughter, I'm just gonna keep him away. It's like
it's more about you're doing it in a way to make the guy like, oh, you should have never done that to me because now look how shit your life is. If that's what you're doing it for, then or a female.
Both ways.
Then I think I agree with you, dog. You're doing the child a disservice. But prayers for them, dog. I hope they figure it out.
For
dog.
all three of them.
I hope they get it right, and I hope they get it straight and out. And dog, 200K is not that. What is it? 200.
That's what it's reporting.
It doesn't matter, dog. I don't put a dollar amount on the child's positive upbringing. You know what I mean?
Also, if this, and we'll move on right after this. If she got 1.5 million every month,
still not worth it.
That dollar amount is not replacing the love that the kid is
100%.
gonna need.
Yeah. So with that said, let's go. Hose up.
Hose up.
Actually, no. Hose down.
Hose mad down.
Hose
right
down.
there. Yeah, bro,
Hose
mad
way
down.
fucking down.
I gotta let it go, Tony. There has to be
I don't know. I think
there's single
What did you say?
parents that listen, dog.
I think it's something good to put out there.
I think so too, bro.
In the long run, okay,
Bro, there's people all walks of life that
real
listen.
quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is how I view this sort of thing happening. If in the long run, right, I don't anticipate this fucking dying, bro. This is gonna go.
Yeah.
Right. In the aggregate, we're gonna have more of the lighthearted, fun bullshit
100%.
moments than these. But if one or two slip in here like this, I feel like it's a good thing for us to have put out there.
Record again?
You know what I mean?
Just pick a topic.
Wait till I put my hat back on.
Anyways.
Hey,
and action.
Hey, did you guys check out that interview with Yandel and Tainy?
Oh my
I guess Balvin was in it
God,
too,
bro.
and Upscale. It was basically an interview regarding Dynasty album.
This was a great interview and something that's been on my mind. It landed. The timing of this landed at a really interesting time for me because I was kind of pondering some of these things that they talked about in the fucking interview. Yes, it's about Yandel and Tainy Dynasty album, but it's not. It is about that, but it's about a lot more than that. And some of the stuff that it's talking about are things that I was about to have conversations with you guys about some of our choices with some other things why I think about things the way I think about them. And they talked about it like Upscale Vandal, which is he owns basically like a marketing.
Yeah, I think he's the head of a marketing, or he owns marketing, but he's a big mentor to J Balvin in regards to fashion.
In fashion and stuff like that. So one of the things he talks about in the interview, they basically ask him about, they ask each person about like how reggaeton got into your life, right? When did it start?
I wanted to ask you guys that before we started this. I fucked up.
Oh shit, fuck it. Well, anyways, you can ask us after.
Well, just get there.
But he's or something about this.
Like when did you guys like fall in love with it? Like when did it become part of
reggaeton?
Yeah,
in particular. And we'll come back to the point that I was saying, but go ahead.
Well, you go. Well, I guess you go last and you just migrate, or go first.
No. I'll answer the question. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Mine is easy, dog. like as far as falling in love, because I had listened to some before, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had actually caught some Vico C somehow. I don't even remember how, but
Yeah.
I knew by the time I listened to Daddy Yankee that I had already heard some Vico C. And some other shit that I was too young to like have known really. But when I fell in love was when that first wave in the United States came, right? Which was through Daddy Yankee and Barrio Fino. Gasolina obviously blew up, and I was listening to fucking Power 106 all day, and that shit landed on there.
Yeah.
So it was splashing in the United States. And so that shit, I was like in love with that fucking song. And my parents were too. They actually liked it a lot too. Even though they knew it was
Duro.
Oh my gosh, you know that fucking song?
Bro, that shit makes me like, it gets my adrenaline pumping.
A ella le gusta la gasolina, dame más gasolina. And you know what one of the things that cemented it for me, where I was at, I'm not gonna say names, but this cousin knows who it is. If you watch this, bro, there was a party at his house, and it was a family party, so it was just family and shit. But towards like the back half of the party, he invited a couple of his homegirls over. And I was young, right? When fucking Gasolina came out, how old were we?
I'll fact check. I'll tell you, but that was a long time ago.
02, so I can't do the math right now. Fuck it. But I was young, dog. So I still was a virgin. It's like I was young. And but anyways, two of his homegirls came over, and he took them in their room. And a lot of my older cousins, he's older than me.
Take them to the room.
He's older than me. He's at least 4 years older than me. And all of my older cousins, like I would kick it with them a lot. And so he let me go in there.
Did you what? Did you join?
No, I didn't do anything. But
did you think?
It was literally just me, him, and these two girls. And he fucking 04. And it was just me, him, and these two girls. And he had like, you know, those fucking boom boxes back in the day had the middle like switcher.
Yeah.
You could put like 5 CDs and it had the 2 speakers, right? So that back then the shit was the shit, right? So he put that shit on, dog. He put Gasolina on, and I was just sitting there, dog. Like they weren't talking to me. They were there to hang out with my cousin. I was just there. He just allowed me to be in there for some fucking reason.
He let you witness the greatness.
The way these girls started moving on, like they were sitting on the bed, but they were like they started dancing and shit. And I was like, this. Remember I told you I was been horny for a long time, bro. I sat there like, holy shit, dog. Like it was like this merger of the music and the girls and like my cousin like allowed me to be in there. This whole thing made it like, damn, this is
the
sick.
fact that you were privy to something that you didn't think you should be. You're like, I'm here for this.
Like, wow, dog. My goodness. And like, damn, he's about to have a good time with these girls. I didn't know what at that time. I'm like, I don't know, dog. I'm still in here, so there's no way he's gonna have.
So did you join in after?
No. I walked out a little bit after that, but I saw the preview. Right, he played the music. These girls were fucking moving. Anyways. Christmas comes up and my mom buys me the album.
Yeah, bro.
The rest is history, dog.
Barrio Fino.
I played that shit all the time. We used to, back in the day, and I'll pass the mic right now. We used to go to Ensenada and like Tijuana just sometimes on the
Baja,
weekend.
Baby.
Shout out to Baja. And shout out to my parents for doing little trips
Shout out to your parents for everything, bro.
Yeah, for everything. And we should go on like quick little trips down there. And I remember one of these times we went down and we stayed at this hotel and shit with the pool and everything. And the whole way down and the whole way back, bro.
Barrio Fino, bro. That's fucking lit, bro.
Repite.
Shout out to El Jefe.
Bro.
DY.
The big boss.
That's sick, bro.
So that's where I fucking fell.
What about you?
Oh, for me, I think it's bro. So when after my mom passed, my uncle used to pick me up at school like every Friday. Shout out to my Uncle Henry, bro. He fucking rocked the house. And my boy, he was what? I don't even know how much older than he is. He was probably like 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there. He was in his estoy en mi peak, you know? And so this was the first time I got into somebody's car, dog, and it was just loud music the whole time, bro. Bumping hard, bro. Hard bumping, bro. And it was fucking Más Flow Uno, Más Flow Dos, Barrio Fino, bro. All the fucking Don Omar when he was doing Tego, when we were just dropping those fucking, and he had like burned CDs of all the hardcore fucking reggaeton, bro. So I would listen to a lot of reggaeton growing up. You know what I mean? Like I was in middle school, bro. I remember, and he picked me up Friday. Listen, mad fucking reggaeton, bro. And it'd be like Héctor El Father when he was fucking not Christian, still making music, you know? And then I went to Honduras a lot of those years. And in Honduras is when I first went to Honduras, I was like, oh, bro, I thought I knew the cool music. Nah, bro, over there reggaeton was like,
already popping.
Like, bro, it was like far from where it was here in the US, you know? So that's when I fucking heard Bico C, bro, and all these like original artists, bro, and like the Playero mixtapes, like they were playing over there, dog. And I heard a lot of this reggaeton, and I was like, bro. So I would come back to the States, I'd be like, yo, hear this song, fucking Sonny Lennox, fucking. That's when I came back with like all these shits, you know what I mean? And so that's when like around middle school is when I like first heard reggaeton, and I was like, so I grew up listening to salsa, merengue, cumbia in the house, dog, and just listening to all kinds of like, I think
you know, like they say, like Latinos, like, you know, you got to clean when it's Saturday morning.
Yeah,
and
bro.
That music loud, and it's like, oh fuck,
so
I gotta go
my
clean
dad
the
used
house.
to clean to that, but he would also fix cars. He was like he like gets down in the mechanics, so he would fix cars and play all the fucking salsas, bro, all the merengues. So I knew them by heart. And my dad loved to dance, dog. So I always saw my dad dancing, and I was like, that's fucking dope. Like, yeah, because I always feel like for a while, like it was weird, like, oh, men don't dance. Bro, Latin men always dance, bro. Latinos are always dancing.
Yeah,
you know?
it's more weird like if they don't dance.
Yeah, dog. So like I was like, oh, dancing is cool, dog. I always wanted to learn how to dance. I always liked it. And then
did you ever learn?
Oh yeah, bro. I think I defend myself when it comes to dancing. I think I do pretty okay, dog. You know, and like, but the time where I realized like this is what I fucking love is reggaeton. I was a kid, bro. Maybe like I think my mom had already passed. She actually didn't. So I may have been like 12, dog, maybe 13. I can't remember. I went to a Tito El Bambino concert in Honduras, bro. But this is my first concert and probably my only concert. I went to a few other ones in Honduras with my cousin. Shout out to Miguel. Shout out to my cousin Mario. Shout out to all those people in Honduras who showed me a great time in Honduras. Yeah, as a fucking minor here, bro, over there, I was like, bro, like, dale.
Hey, did your cousin take you to the room when he had girls over?
So, but the crazy part, so just on a quick little aside, like, my dad had bought cars over there. So he had cars. Like, no, they weren't great cars. They were like whatever cars. But over there, like, oh, this car has like tinted windows. It's like new, dog. Like,
yeah, man, as long as it drives, you're fine.
I remember my cousin. I was like, I want to go to this concert. My dad's like, fuck. Because, you know, it's Honduras. Dog. At the end of the day, like, it was still a dangerous place for a fucking little 13-year-old to be going around with his cousin.
Yeah, but you're like 5'10". So.
Yeah, so I was already kind of a big kid. And, like, my dad was kind of like, dude, like, live life. Like, just go nuts, you know? Yeah. So my cousin was like, hey, Yoani, let us borrow your car. Like, let us drive it. Because we wanted to roll up in style. It was a fucking Corolla, bro. Older than the one I have, bro. But it was stick shift and it had tinted windows. So my cousin's like, Yoani, let us borrow the car. He's like, all right, fuck it. You fools could take the car.
Well, aren't most cars in Latin America stick shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing over there.
Yeah. It's like 80%.
Yeah,
at least.
It's like they only drive stick. Yeah. So we fucking take the car. We pull up to the brigade. It's called La Brigada something, bro. It's basically the military fucking base. They had put up a stadium and that's where they fucking having the concert. All around the stage and the people, bro. They had the military fucking lined up around us, like just watching everybody, dog. I went to my first concert, like one of my first concerts, bro. Tito El Bambino, like, Tito, Dios lo bendiga. You know? With the fucking military, bro. And I was a child, bro. I remember, like,
that's great,
I mean,
dog.
I could get into something like just dirt, but like, I was like, oh, what's up, girl? You know, because so the thing is, my cousin's in college, bro. I'm a fucking, like, middle schooler, maybe a high schooler, dog, and like all his friends are college, like all the girls are college, but it's like, who speaks English? You feel me?
He's bilingual.
Bro, but I was having like, I had such a fucking good time, bro. Like I'll go to the grave, dog, and like similar to the memories I have with Disclosure, those are the memories I have from Honduras. Yeah. This is why I'm so proud to be Honduran, so proud to be Latino, because, and I tell this to Demi all the time, like I'm so proud to be Latino, dog, because I've gone to those countries and I know what it is to. When your blood feels that, dog, when you're like, these are my people, bro. I understand you, dog. You know what I mean? And you understand me, which is the craziest part. You know, like all the cousins, always, all his friends always be like, oh, talk English to me, because they were college students. Because they were college students. They were learning English. My cousin spoke like perfect. Shout out to Miguel, bro. He speaks perfect English in my mind, you know? Yeah.
Tell me in English.
That's when I fell in love with reggaeton, where I was like, oh, bro, I went to this show and I fucking was freaking and like having your thing at like such a young age, and you're like, I love this fucking music, bro. This music has opened the world to me. I think that's around the same years I came back and like I exposed a lot of my friends. Mario and all these fools were exposed to a lot of the good reggaeton. Was like, yo, check this shit out, bro. Like, I remember in high school. This quick aside, I'm passing the mic. I'm a little buzzed and I'm excited. I love reggaeton, bro. I love reggaeton. I love talking about.
So it's been there for a while.
I love talking about my country, dog. You know what I mean? Like I had such a good time. I have a huge bond with Honduras, bro. You know. I came and I was like in high school and like you know when you would like give you would give your iPod to like the chick you were talking to at the time.
Never get.
I had one
So
fucking.
I've been making playlists. Let me tell you something. This playlist thing is not new to me. Though. I've been making playlists and giving my iPod to like
Somebody.
a shorty for a long time, bro. I remember one time I made one. And like I forget who told me. I forgot who it was now. But she was like, "Damn, like you listen to a lot of reggaeton." And I was like, "You better believe, dog. Half the music, almost all the music I consume is in Spanish, you know."
Yeah.
So I've been a fucking off the banana boat paisa for a long time, but I just love that shit. I'm proud to be Latino. Shout out to my peeps. La H.
All love out there, bro. That's a great experience. Bro.
So I do have a question. I'm going to share mine, but you remember Sean Paul came out right before the reggaeton thing, right? Do you think that he helped open the door to with the reggae beats and help everyone's ear get used to it?
Anybody who came through before reggaeton and did anything Caribbean, it was a creaking of the door.
Yeah, so it was Shaggy and Sean Paul.
Mm-hmm.
The same way as Drake was part of the revival of reggaeton.
Yeah.
And this revival is like the one to stay, but
because of people.
But Drake
like
was a
Balvin.
huge part. I'm gonna say Drake was a huge part.
Yeah. So for me, it's slightly different because when I was 18, we started going like 18 and over clubs, and we would go to the clubs, and they had like the regular hip hop room, which I was just like fine with, right?
Of course.
But then a lot of the places we would go to would have like a reggaeton room, and for me that was just like, oh, this is hot right here, like because all the prettiest girls were in that room. They would dance the most. Like I felt like in the hip hop room, it was
so sensual.
but I think but you could do that the hip hop music. But I feel like it was still more stuck up. When you went over to that room, it was like you could
we're
dance
here
with
to
everybody.
dance.
You know, it's funny you say the stuck up part. It's because hip hop's a little stuck up. Like
Yes,
everyone's
yes,
like, I'm a
yes.
bad bitch. You don't fucking
and
know
I'm
me.
gonna-
Reggaeton is like,
I'm gonna get into that.
Together.
yeah, bro. And it's
Let's
like,
do
and
this.
it's like the
now.
women feel like it's not a unilateral empowerment. It's like we're here to freak and we love that. We're
Like
gonna
Yeah.
we all like
we're
this
gonna
shit.
freak.
So I'm gonna get into that right now.
Chale, cabrón.
So so,
Fuck yeah, bro.
but I just rode that wave, and then once that wave
So
kind
you've been on
of
the way for a while.
well, once that wave kind of like died down in the U.S. I stopped clubbing at the time, so I wasn't even in places that I can hear it. So I didn't get reintroduced back into it until J Bobbin, until Bad Bunny, until them, and then now I'm just like, at this point, I listen to just as much, if not more, Spanish music than I do English music. I mean, I send you guys ballads in Spanish. I love this shit, you know. So what I did want to talk about was to what you're saying, where it's like hip hop is so stuck up, but Latino music isn't. And there was a point they made in that interview with Tainy and Yandel and J Balvin, where it's like, and Latinos like they were saying, like when he wins, we all win. It's like, oh, he does this, we can do this too. But it's like, as opposed to hip hop where there's so much competition, it's like they don't connect the same way. And we talked about this before, where when there's a remix in a Latino song, everyone gets on it. It's like, oh, like they try to put everyone in it. And that's kind of what I was trying to say, is it goes the same way with the music and the culture here at the clubs, but also within the music industry, you feel the same type of vibe where everyone's just like, nah, fuck it. Hey, you down? We're down.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, my bad.
I guess the last part, because I think we're hitting on that. There is one thing that Upscale said that I can relate to a lot. We're talking about, like, when did you fall in love with like reggaeton? And he was talking about like you got to understand, like when I was younger, he said I grew up in Brooklyn. Like we listen to hip hop. Like I grew up in LA, we listen to hip hop. So
I connected so much with
hip hop. Like, so when the Latinos came in, a lot of them were
when them brownies.
when those things came over.
a lot of them were Puerto
When they
Rican.
came to take our jobs.
Yeah.
No, well, the one thing I can tell you is, like, as a Mexican, was like, I'm a Mexican from LA. I don't have much more else to say outside of like my Latino culture that I had at that young age. So I understood that when he's like, I don't want to dress like these people. I don't want to like look at them. And for me, it's like, I don't even talk like them. The Spanish that I know growing up in my house, in my household with my family, is totally different Spanish.
Yeah.
So initially it was like, this is dope, but I don't fully connect with it. It's almost like a down south white person talking. It's yeah, they speak English, but I don't
like Paul Wall.
No, like Mississippi trailer people. Like I don't really fuck with these people. Like they speak English.
We don't connect,
but we don't fully connect. And that was my initial response.
Yeah.
To them, which is what Upscale was saying, is like they didn't have any style.
Yeah.
Like now they have style,
which is so true, bro.
Well, well, here, like that's one of the things that was really impactful from the interview that Upscale Vandal was talking about, because I so identified with that, because that's the thing about, I feel like what we represent, being out here is like, when I was growing up, I'm Latino, bro, and my family is really tied to the culture, dog. Like we haven't dropped none of the shit from Mexico. Like it's all a part of my life, you know? But we're in the United States, right? So growing up in the United States, I love, shout out to my dad, like impressing basketball upon me. And I love basketball. And that comes with the whole culture, right? It comes with hip hop and everything else. And all of my older cousins fucked with, I was like listening to Pac when I was a kid. I already told you about the Eminem fucking story if you've been listening, right? So hip hop was a huge part of my life. And so I was so drawn to that. Hip hop was such a big thing in my life since I've been young. Yeah. And it doesn't, so I was torn between these two things. It's like, well, being hip hop is kind of attached to the NBA.
Iverson was hot.
Iverson was my favorite player and all these things. And the like being a Latino didn't fit in there. Like
it didn't.
It didn't fit in there. So I couldn't go all in there because I wasn't accepted by that side. And if I did do that, then when I came back to like my grandma's house, it's like, well, why are you wearing that? So I was in this shit where it's like, well, I can be Latino and like hip hop. Yeah. I can be Latino and play ball. Like it doesn't have to be exclusive. Yeah. And to both sides. Like when I get in my grandma's house, I can be like, hey, I like hip hop. It's okay. Yeah. And I can go to my homies and be like, I can be Mexican, dog. It's okay. I can still like Iverson, dog. Yeah. What's wrong with that? You know?
Yeah, but when you're young, you don't know. You don't think there is different lanes. You don't think you can be multifaceted. Yeah. You always feel like, oh, I have to be this way.
And the world didn't think we could be multifaceted back then.
It's true. I agree.
You know, like, and that's the beauty thing. That's the beautiful thing about like then what Balvin's talking about when he's like, you know, and he touched on it too, which was like for a long time, like being Latino or the whole Latino image for like Americans and everybody else is like, well, that kind of like he used the word tacky.
Yeah, and it's true. I think that's exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I agree.
That was
agree
the impression of Latinos. I agree.
Yeah, but go on to the other point was like Latinos, you didn't know how to dress. Like a lot of people that I thought were cool, and this goes on like a blanket because it's a blanket statement. It's not like for any person in particular, but I felt the same way. Like I feel like we were still trying to find our style within America to be like, oh, this is dope. We were too busy copying everyone else's style. That like today there is a Latino style. Like you know who that is. You know when you see the rope fucking cross chains. That's Latino right now. There's no one that like everyone else is doing it. They're following that style. But back then, what did we actually have to say like this is us?
Yeah, I take it from a little bit different. So I was
outside of Cholo nature. Outside
I was a little
Chicano
bit different. Where like
style.
Yeah, which is real quick. I just want to touch on that real quick. Which was like the only other option that was like, okay, this is Latino and America blended is Cholo, right? Which is like, but I'm not fully that, dog, because I don't like all the Chicano rap shit. I like some of it, but I love 50, dog.
But we
you know what I mean?
But we dress like fucking Cholos.
Yeah. But I embraced that part of it at some point. You know,
for me, I think that the difficult part was always music, where it was like, I listened to hip hop again because of my uncle Henry. He put me onto a lot of good shit, and my uncles were all DJs, you know, so I listened to a lot of crazy shit, and like, so like I listened to I think the reason music was easier for me is because like I only liked soccer, dog. I only played soccer, dog. I was one of the main reasons why like at my private school we played soccer was because like I wanted to play soccer. You know,
were you
goalie? I didn't even mention I played football, dog.
No, I played a lot of positions.
Football.
Actually, the person who helped me assimilate the best, to be honest, was Mario. Yeah. Because before I met Mario,
he played ball.
Yeah, dog, because he played ball and he played baseball, he played football, he played basketball.
Yeah, he's very athletic.
Which I had played all those things with my dad, but my dad was like, yeah, like more of like an exposure thing, but I didn't want to, dog. My heart was like, I just want to play soccer, dog. I just want to listen to Spanish music, you know? Like it was just my thing. And like I listened to a lot of hip hop because of my uncles, but then my dad was like, why are you listening to that? Like that's not your kind of shit. This is your kind of shit.
Same with my dad, yeah, exactly.
And so like that was where I felt like this big dichotomy where like, well, I can't really be this and I can't be that. I have to be this. The difference was like, I really loved Spanish music because I went, I did too. I think a big exposure thing to me was I went to Honduras every year. Mm-hmm. You know, so for every summer for a full month, dog, I was entrenched in what it was to be Honduran.
Was it hot and like humid out there?
Hot, humid, sexy, great food, great times. I went to this club that used to be called Before 12. It used to be called B412.
So they let you in before you're 12?
I bought cubetazos, and then when that club closed at 12, you know where we went? You know where we went after that club closed at 12? To the club next door called 1201.
Ooh, that's
bro, that was one of the hottest things I've ever
That is hilarious. Fire, like I want to open a store next to yours and just call it.
No, they were owned by the same people. They just for some reason had permits that were fucked up. Which is weird.
But that's fire.
Bro, I remember fucking walking out of B412 after getting a bucket of beer at the age of fucking maybe 15, dog.
Shout out to Latin America, huh?
Bro. Mad, like people, we've got bottle service at this place, dog. My cousin's like, you want to keep going? I was like, yeah, let's go to 1201. Fuck it, we got bottle service there too, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I
15, like this. So I came to this country like, bro, Honduras is the shit. You fools don't understand. Like this reggaeton shit, people get pussy to this shit, dog. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is you don't just dance and get pussy. No, trust me, bro. People be doing mad shit to this reggaeton shit in Honduras, bro.
Anyway. You know what I thought was funny when I travel Latin American countries is. Like in Mexico City, went to a club and it's 18 and over, right? So you walk in and I swear, I'm like, yo, these are fucking little kids like everywhere. And they're having the time of they're just part, like
they're raging, bro. Yeah.
I'm a visitor in their country, but it's just like, yo, it's just fucking crazy. Like they're crazy. They're
no, that's not, that one's not.
Is there?
Yeah.
Can I have a little swig?
Wait, this isn't tequila?
No. My shit smells like tequila, right?
It is tequila.
Is it? Oh, it is. It is.
Can I have another shot?
All right. Wait. Do it on commercial. All right, guys.
This is a commercial. Nice. Here comes our sponsors. Oh, shout out. You know what? Real quick, just on the sponsor shit. Shout out to Marco's Munchies. I tried that shit this week, which you should try.
I got you. I'm going to. Marco, I'm sorry.
I tried it.
I will.
If you haven't found out, follow Marco's Munchies, and it's at Marco's Munchies _ Let me just.
If you're in the LA area,
we're gonna repost it.
Order and pick it up.
And it was bomb. It was good. It's fucking Filipino Mexican fusion. It gives you like bomb fucking food on tortas. And I when I tried it, I was like, I gotta fucking throw it as our sponsor.
Yeah, he's great. It's not my sponsor, so it gives you some free food on the pod. The fuck? Hose up.
Hose up.
Marco, love you.
Love you, bro.
So do you know what I'm talking about?
So do you wanna fuck me or no?
Hey, do you wanna fuck or not?
Are we pack 100 right now?
Do you wanna fuck?
Or not?
Bro, one of the funniest jokes. Shout out to Steve. So just quick on MTV, they used to have like when they used to show. This is when MTV was MTV. They used to have this skits, and it for some reason it was about basically like Latino word of the day.
Tequila?
Yeah.
Latino word of the day, and so one of them is like Latino word of the day, July. Shelly knows that I hate. No, what is it? No. There's one for July, but let me do this one. Latino word of the day, Texas. Shelly knows that I don't know how to use my e-phone. I hate it when she texts me. Bro, shout out to Steve. We used to fucking love those things on MTV. And I'm going to find the YouTube and fucking put it on the IG or something. But those were such great fucking little skits.
Shout out to Steve, bro.
So we are a music podcast. So we're going to go over New Music Friday right now. And this is where we listen to a bunch of bad music.
So you don't have to. You're welcome, kids.
So we got, I actually, as far as a whole, I don't know how great it was, but I do enjoy some music here. And I want to talk about some of the music we like. So first, we're going to start with one of our pod favorites, Si Tangana, Yate.
Yeah, bro.
Does that mean Yate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I figured. What does he say when he says, close your eyes, look out the window? What does he say?
I honestly haven't dug into the lyrics yet.
Yeah,
which is
me neither. I ran it a couple times.
I listened to it working out. So
the way I caught it was I saw his post first of the video. I was like, "Fuck, this video's hot," you know.
Yeah, you know, like normally, as a lot of times, like the more I get exposed to an artist, like the least I like them for some odd reason. But for some reason, for him, it's like the more I'm exposed to him, I find more things that I enjoy. Not only about like his music, but now it's like his personality, the shit he does. Like you said, he fly fits.
He always looks fresh.
It's just
bro.
so vibey.
Hey, those overall
He's
things,
vibey
wasn't
as
that
fuck.
sick, bro? Those overall, like it was like an overall shirt. It wasn't even like overalls. It was a shirt where he like cut. Oh, bro! When I saw that shit, I was like, "Fuck, that looks like a yacht fit, bro."
Yeah, he's a whole vibe, bro.
Yeah,
Whole vibe.
Great song. Yate.
Yeah, so he premiered the song basically by renting a yacht and having a bunch of people on it, which was sick. The song is Yate, and it's basically about like, el champán está frío. Yeah, I mean, it's a beat, it's a boaty vibe, it's a wavy vibe. It's a great song. I recommend it. It's on the playlist towards the bottom. Check it out.
Go check it out.
I've worked out to it a few times. It really gets you in the mood. You're getting ready, trying to go out and party, throw that shit on.
If you're on a yacht,
you're on the Uber, ask for the aux.
One day.
You're on the Uber, ask for the aux, throw this on, because the Uber driver's gonna be like, this is fire. If you're on a yacht, and bro, hands down, do it.
No, I literally get in the Uber
Obligado.
and I'm like, yo, let me connect to the Bluetooth. I don't make them, but they have to pull over in order for me to connect. And then so I can play my music. And like for me, if you have not noticed, music is number one for me. Like it is always number one.
No.
Okay, so with that said, so I'm having a wedding next year, right? So one of the biggest things that's been bothering me.
Clap it up, Eric.
This hoe's gonna be up. One of the things that's bothering me that I actually had a nightmare about last week was that I was about to get married, but we didn't give our DJ like the sheet. And I have this huge thing where like music is number one, and I'm gonna make my own playlist, and you have to play everything off that. I don't want nothing out of that. I don't want no fucking. What's your zodiac sign?
What's your zodiac sign?
No, I don't want none of that shit. I don't want no fucking. This is how we do it. Nothing. Get the fuck out of here.
You're pretty lame, bro.
No. That's fucking stupid. Come on. You gotta understand.
Been listening to that, hearing that song at parties for.
Yeah, not on that. Like it was on the radio every 5 minutes. We had the CD. Like it's been around forever.
I know, but bro, people are.
I don't give a fuck about people. It's my wedding.
I know you're a fucking unempathetic dick who doesn't.
And anyhow, so speaking of that, there was a song that came out this weekend that I was actually very surprised by.
What's that?
Russ, When I'm With You.
Yeah. This song?
Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
I liked it.
The song is beautiful, bro. And when I heard it, I was like, man, like I wish I could run into Russ just to tell him like I'm glad he did that.
They're not running into him, bro.
Like I'm glad he did it.
No, because Russ is gonna say, "What about my other songs?" Like, I don't like those.
No. Sorry, bro. I don't fuck with all your shit, but the reason
this one song, bro.
The reason I fuck with it is because it's outside of everything he's ever done. So I know it was something that he really fucks with, and it was one of those things. We're talking. Maybe it's the theme of this fucking pod. Following your damn heart, bro. He does something that he felt it's outside of his lane. If he was just doing the formula number shit, he would not put this out because it's not.
Well, Russ is definitely not doing the formula.
No, he's independent though.
But it has nothing to do with his brand, dog. That's not. He doesn't put music out like that. His shit is hard bars all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he fucking did an acoustic song where he's talking about love.
He sang. He sings.
I mean,
he did his thing. He did his thing.
Some of my favorite songs he's singing.
It's great. Okay, so that's the thing to it. So if that sounded interesting to you and you haven't heard this song. That's only the beginning.
What's the song called? I don't think
I'm with you.
When I'm with you.
When I'm with you.
When I'm with you by Russ.
By Russ. So if that sounds interesting enough, then we get to the content, bro. Then he's talking about the way he feels when he's with the person that he loves, the person that he's in love with.
Yeah.
And the first verse is about like, I don't have to pretend. I can just be me.
He says, I don't have to try too hard. Don't have to act. I can just be myself. Take off the mask. Wow, that itself was just like,
yeah, it touches on what a lot of people do is like when we navigate through life, a lot of us end up being in rooms where we put a mask on to fit the room, or put a mask on to fit the person we're sitting across the table from, or whatever. Like even on dates, when people go on dates, and they're like they have this thing, they're not just in the moment. They're like, well, am I gonna date this person or not? It's like a fucking interview. So you're doing this whole thing of like putting the best mask on that's trying to fit their mask.
For the record, I've never done that. Just
I don't do that anymore. That's not a part of my fucking life anymore. But so he's talking about when you fall in love with somebody, and that's something honestly I talk about a lot. I'm gonna talk about it in front of you guys now, but I bring you guys up a lot. when I talk about relationships and I haven't seen Jeremy with his fiance yet, so I'm sure it would be the same. But when I see Tony with Nicole and I see Jalo with Demi, one of the things that's most beautiful to me about your guys' relationship is that I see Jalo in front of Demi. I see Tony in front of Nicole. Like, there's not this thing, dog. There's none of that shit. It's gotten past the place where, like, I'm trying to impress you. This is just me, dog. I fart, I shit, and I say wild stuff. And I'm loud as fuck.
For the record, I mostly don't fart.
Whatever. For the record, I do.
Whatever. No, and I'm not even saying, I haven't been in front of, like, I'm not saying I've even witnessed you guys fart in front of them. I do shit a lot, too.
That's also a descriptor of me.
My point of that is, like, it's past the, you've gotten to the person, to the core of the person now. Yeah. And the core of yourself is on full display with your girl. And that's fucking beautiful, dog.
Yeah.
You know?
So there's one lyric that I heard that immediately resonated with me, but I thought about you. And it was when he said, you make me forget I'm an anxious man.
I thought the same thing, bro.
Basically, I'm saying I like who I am.
Yeah.
When I'm with you.
I thought the same thing, bro.
And when I heard it, I was like, "Where's Angelo?" Like,
yeah.
Right when I heard that, I sent it to you guys. Right? Like, listen, I was like, my text was, I sent the song and I said, "Bro, like 10 fucking O's, bro.
Yeah.
Just listen." And I know sometimes with Russ, because he puts out so much music, and so a lot of times he's a hit and miss that it's hard to like again. Like, I don't want to listen to it, but he has. This song itself is so good that I was talking to Nicole like this has to be included in the wedding somehow because this is how I feel.
It's a great song.
Right?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned. Is it my turn?
Yes.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was telling Tony I struggled this week. So like Demi was in San Diego a lot. I was here in LA. My grandma came and like I got family coming, so I've been in LA a lot by myself, which I haven't been like Angelo. And I was with my uncle and my grandma, but like. Started to get kind of in a bad mood, dog. I started to feel how Angelo felt like in high school. Like when my dad was gone, my mom passed, my dad was gone a lot, and I was alone a lot with my thoughts, you know? Mm-hmm. And so I was struggling to listen to music because a lot of music was making me feel really like...
Tell him what you told me. He said, I was struggling to listen to music because Tony, every time you send music, it's always fucking sad and melancholy.
Yeah.
And you put me in a bad mood.
Like, and there's a, like... A lot of that music. So I think the reason I oppose a lot of Tony's musical taste is because I've been in positions where all I listen to is what Tony listens, like that type of music, and it makes me not uncomfortable. I enjoy being in there. No,
I know what you mean.
But it's like I don't want to be there.
And that's also why I've told.
Not a forever
and
move.
that's also why I've told Tony because he has some of the same struggles, right? At times. And that's why I implore him not to like always listen to the shit that he likes.
Yeah.
He likes that melancholic shit, but just like when we talked about Leon Bridges putting us in this place.
Yeah.
Music puts you in a place, bro. And if
1,000%.
And if you find yourself in this in a dark place and you're having trouble getting out of it, trust me, play something bright, dog.
Yeah, it's just to finish my thought. So I was in that funk, dog, where I was like, I don't know, dog. I can't even explain what the fuck I was feeling. I was and like
no need.
And then I stopped feeling it when I was going to see you guys, which is how I know I'm an extrovert. Because as soon as I knew that
other people can be in your life,
that like people that because like Demi's like a comfort zone for me, right? It's a person where I'm like, ugh, like I get to fuck around and be myself.
I'm
like
safe,
even with my grandma and my uncle, like I don't get to be myself. I have to like
not all the way.
I have to be very composed, dog. I have to be very like, here's what we need to do. Here's what needs to get done. We need to get this done here.
You have to be I mean, lack of a better term, like you have to be a responsible adult, and not like you, not with us, but you have to be more like. You also have to present yourself as a responsible adult.
So like my grandma and my uncle both like lean on me for a lot of things, and so like there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that, and I'm happy to do it, and I love them, but there's a lot of that it bears on me, dog. Where I'm like, God, like okay, here's what we need to do, or you're asking for this. Here's how you're gonna achieve this. So let's walk that. So I was feeling that a lot this week. I was feeling like really fucking like stressed.
Just duty oriented.
Yeah, dog, super duty. That's exactly it. I was super duty oriented.
He said duty.
Like bro, I went on a walk. I went on a walk by myself, dog. Like probably 3 times, dog. Because I was
great.
Like,
I'm glad you did.
I need to just get the fuck out of here, dog.
Did you hear this song when you went on a walk?
Yeah. So I'm on a walk. And I put my headphones in, and it plays this line, and I was like, oh my God, bro, like I know who he's talking about. I've been there. I felt like when you're with your significant other and like all your anxieties don't matter anymore. And that is how I feel with Demi, where it's like all these anxieties of like, I got this to do, I got to take care of this person, I got to help this person out, and this person is depending on me, so I can't fail on this. Like when I'm with her, it's like, literally, bro, I've come to realize this week, like, bro, I literally just think about like, how can I make her laugh? Like, what's my next joke gonna be? It's literally my fucking number one thing. Like, how can I make, and a competition of like, she's made me laugh 4 times today, dog. I gotta get there.
I think a part of it is a lot of that.
This is like a mad therapy session.
A lot of that goes out the window. A lot of that goes out the window when she's there, and I mean by she, I mean like your
significant other,
girlfriend,
your woman,
wife,
fucking your love,
fiance.
Well, significant
or the
other,
woman you love, which is like there is a part where it doesn't matter what's going on. It almost feels like a part of like you has to like I have to protect her, right? So no matter what's going on in your own life, you forget about everything because now this is the most important thing. Right? So whatever, like you're saying, you're having all this anxiety all week. When she's there, it's gone. But a part of it outside of her being like comforting is like, well, I can't be that guy in her life, right? Because you can't be anxious around her because then it's like, well, what good am I to her? I'm just adding more thing. It's like I'm strong, I'm protecting.
I don't know that.
Think about it.
I see what you're saying.
For Tony, definitely.
Yeah, for me,
at least
I think it's more of like I have enough responsibilities and I'm trying to help.
I'm saying like for you, that's a part something that comes up for you.
And the reason I'm saying that it's like not entirely for me is because like I feel actually like I'm constant like in my family, dog. I feel like I'm constantly being the assistance for everything. Like, well, ask Angelo. Angelo can do it. Angelo probably read that before. Angelo probably knows that before. And so with Demi, it's kind of like, she's so lighthearted where it's like, dog, fuck. She's actually the one that tells me like, fuck the noise, just have a good time, dog. And so like,
I agree.
Yeah, she's great.
And I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get too far into because
we got my bad on the
I want to seal it. I want to seal it up.
I was having mad anxiety this week, and I had to just talk about it.
I want to seal it up by just saying like, bro, I'm just happy for you guys, bro. I'm happy for you guys.
I'm happy for you.
But my one true love, I'm just kidding, not one true love, but my first love.
So what I was gonna say was, fuck me up.
I appreciate you guys giving me the therapy session. I needed the vent.
Okay, the last line I want to say, and we move on to the next song, was
such a good song.
I forget I'm an angry man.
It goes on. It goes on to. So this is the last verse. He says, "I feel calm. I don't get riled up. They can't get to me when I'm with us.
That's
you
beautiful.
Make me forget I'm an angry man.
Yeah,
basically,
I know who I am.
Yeah, it's a good.
When I'm with you.
No, bro. And you know what I like about this? So I talked about my feelings, which is stupid. You could probably cut that out. But what I did like about the song was he didn't overcomplicate it.
No, it's very simple.
From Ulysses made a good point. He's always about hardcore bars, metaphors, similes. Like he's on it. He's like, no. This one is. I'm gonna make my lyrics as simple as I make the beat. I'm gonna just need some strings and I'm gonna just be as bare bone as I can. And that was what really resonated.
Bro, yeah, because there's no fat on this song.
Nothing. Bro.
There's no sound that's too extra. There's no lyric that's too extra.
He's not trying to prove to you that
it's
I'm
literally,
the best rapper.
It's just like a feeling, bro, that cuts right through, dog. And if you have anything that you've ever felt anything like this, bro, you're gonna resonate. It's a beautiful song. Russ, bro, shout out to you a lot for making this song.
Amazing, bro.
It's a great song.
Yeah, he killed it.
Check it out. Another thing when you're in a relationship, you feel like you're not shy, right?
Yeah.
So
you got some confidence behind you, Mom.
Yeah, it's you feel an ultimate confidence behind you. One song that came out, Tiesto, Karol, Don't Be Shy.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you guys like it?
I'll go.
Let you go first.
All right, so here's what I feel about it. First of all, I'm happy for Karol that she got this this collab with the Tiesto. It's a beautiful thing. Shout out to Tiesto for doing this and having this collab with an artist that's from Latin America and doing her thing.
Hold on, where's Tiesto from? He's not American.
No, Swiss.
I'm not sure actually. Yeah, I don't think he's from America. No,
I think he's European. But so I'm happy this collab came together and it happened. As far as the song goes, I feel it's just bland. It's cool. It's not a bad thing to listen to. It's not super flavorful, I would say. It's just like it's a cool little.
I did feel it was a little bland. But my favorite thing, at least from the video,
Haven't seen the video.
Karol G's wearing this full headdress, like a Aztec queen headdress. You
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
I just saw it on the Spotify thing. On the Spotify, like,
Yo, fuck that. That shit is
For real?
hot.
Because Tony's done it. That's why he wants to defend
that
it,
is
bro.
hot. I know she's not Mexican, and the reason why is because
fuck
it's
all that shit.
Yeah, I know people are getting too. Hey, fuck you, social justice warriors.
Bro.
Suck a dick.
We'll go back to that. But
Suck a dick. We don't like you guys. Listen.
you
That
think
shit
something
is hot. That headdress is hot.
exactly, and that's
Like,
all that matters, dog.
Yo, with the gold right here and the feathers coming
Blue
out.
feathers, yeah, like
Yeah.
her hair. Yeah, she fucked that up.
That is fucking crazy. Like I want one. I might get that like tatted on me and maybe change the face to
Qué rico.
something else. But that is a beautiful thing, and I'm happy that because when you're on the global stage like this, and she's still representing like Latino roots, because she was in English, she was talking in English, she was singing in English, right? So she didn't do her normal thing. But the fact that she went and she's like, I'm singing in English, but I'm still Latino. Check me out.
Yeah.
That is hard, bro.
Yeah.
And it puts it on the global scale. Like it shows the indigenous, because we're all what's it called? Mestizos?
Mestizos, yeah.
We're all mestizos. We're all
Most, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and real quick, just on that thing, we don't have to get stuck on this point.
eat a dick.
But this whole the whole like cultural appropriation and shit like that. Listen, she's a Latina. She's not from Mexico, but a lot of the indigenous cultures has similar headdresses. First of
Yeah.
all, second of all, if she thinks it's hot and puts it on with homage and doesn't disrespect it and doesn't think like she puts it on, but she talks all this shit about Mexico, then wear whatever you want. If you think it's hot, wear it. And if you're Mexican, I feel like you shouldn't be offended by this. You should be honored by this. You should be like, yo, she thought part of my culture was dope enough to put in her fucking video with Tiesto.
Yes.
Fucking great.
And that song is going global. And it's not cultural appropriation, it's cultural appreciation.
Yes.
And she was just in Mexico this past weekend, fucking rocking the crowd. And she's going to be there next weekend. So fuck y'all.
Exactly, bro. Hose up to that. I want to hose up right
Hose-
now.
hose up.
Fucking
Hey.
hose up.
Hose up.
We'll listen to you, G, but I just...
No, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
Cabrón,
I,
¿me entiendes?
I have nothing to say, dog. I have no, like... I think the song was great. I think it's a great feature for her to make.
I think the song was great.
I think the song was okay.
Song was okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I meant to say, like, I think the
That
collab
happening is
dope.
great,
Yeah.
yes.
The headdress thing I feel indifferent about. I don't come from a descendants where we wear headdress that I know of.
I'm pretty sure everyone did. It's just the fact that Mexico is the most
I think
prominent, the most popular,
I
most
think
people.
what Tyler the Creator said on his interview with Ebro and them, right? Everybody has way too much fucking time on their hands, and so we've all decided, like, and this is from Tyler, not a direct quote, but a paraphrase, where he's like, we've all have too much time on our hands, so we all just decide, like. Tyler was saying, like, look, dog, on my day, I have to go to this thing, I have to go to this thing, I have to pick what I want to eat for dinner, I have to go to this thing, I have to go to this thing, I have to pick what I want for lunch. Like, I don't have enough time to decide, like, oh, this asshole is, like, talking shit about fucking homosexuals.
Yeah,
I don't have time
no.
for it. So I think everybody now decides to get up in arms about everything because they just have too much time. They spend way too much time on social media, and so you have a lot of shit to talk.
Get real uppity.
Now, what Karol G's intentions were with the headdress, I have no clue, dog. She would have to speak on it.
She wanted to make something that looked hot
Even
and
if it was
represented the culture.
exactly, and even if it was just that she thought it was hot, there's nothing else
That's
to think about.
fine.
It's fine, dog. You think
It's
it looks
fine.
cool? Wear it. That's why, like, that's the shit we're going. And we'll move on right after this, but anyways, that's the shit that I was saying about like me getting shit for being Latino and then like wearing Iverson on my T-shirt and people being like, well, it's like I think it's hot, dog. I like fucking Iverson. What's the problem, bro?
Suck a dick. Suck a dick. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call this episode "Suck a Dick."
Is it a fat one?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I did want to get into I don't want to get into the single because it's less important than the actual news that came out. So, J Balvin just dropped a single, "Que Locura,"
Qué locura, yeah.
but the actual, which is a fine song, I'm not going to get into it now because he's going to drop a new album next month. They said September 10th. He's dropping Jose,
Yeah.
23, 24 songs.
23, 24.
Damn,
it's gonna
word.
Be
I didn't
nuts.
see that.
Yeah.
Whatever the
Wow.
fuck it's gonna be nuts, dog.
Yeah.
If he has if he's like committed to putting that many songs on an album,
Well, I think he's been working his
what kind of
ass
features
off.
he's gonna have
he
for
has
this,
been
bro?
working his ass off.
You know what it is? I think it's part of a rebranding, right? It's the like less colors, more like black and white,
Hardcore.
authentic. It's gonna be where it's at. But you know the amount of features you're gonna have on 23 songs?
Yeah, that's what I think too.
23?
You can't.
No, not 23. He doesn't need 23 features. He needs at least 6 features on there, bro. So who do you think?
Oh,
they
he
are?
has more than
Nah,
6.
he's
I'm
had-
gonna tell you right now.
I'm-
It's 12 at least.
Okay,
You think,
let's,
12 you think half of the songs are features?
let's make a bet.
Yeah.
Let's
I
bet.
disagree.
Let's do a bet.
No,
okay. No. Loser takes shots. Okay, so what do you have? Over and under.
On what?
How many
what's the number?
features?
What's
Yeah.
the number?
How many
Give me a number.
features? How many features?
Oh, okay, I'm gonna go.
9.
Okay, here's what I mean by features
No,
though.
I'm talking about what we're talking about now.
I'm not saying 12 songs are features. I'm saying there's at least 12 other artists on this track.
Okay,
on this
what do you got?
project.
Wait, what the fuck did he just say?
He said
12 other artists are on
12
this project.
other artists collaborated.
Yeah,
That's
vocally.
fucking not fair. Oh, vocally.
Yeah,
So
not
features.
Yeah. Yes.
I know, but he's like, he's posturing in a weird way. that's why.
No. It's because what you said was also half of them are gonna be features. I don't know. There might be 3 on 1. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's what
you
I'm
little
saying.
Slut, bro. I like the
That's
way
what
you
I'm
played
saying.
that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with your lane.
You
I'm saying there's 9 other artists vocally on this album.
So
Okay.
9,
I said 12.
9, 12. So if
Split the difference.
is it like
I'm gonna lose. That's a
is it
lot.
like
12, that's what I'm saying. 12 is a lot.
okay?
bro.
Jeremy got 10, 9, 12. So if I do 8, is it like Price is Right? If it's 8 and under, I win.
No, but you
it's
went
13
last.
and over,
You
I
went
mean.
last, and you picked in the middle. So like,
I didn't pick yet.
You should have a deviation of like, okay, well, if you pick like 8, you should have a deviation.
You know what?
of
I
1.
lost on this one. But
Yeah, 12 is too much.
No.
bro.
Hey,
but keep your number.
But here's I'm gonna keep it.
No, wait,
But here's
pick,
another
wait,
thing.
pick your number.
No. Okay. 12 total artists.
On vocally on this album.
That says
Wait.
featuring.
No. Fuck that. You didn't say 12 features.
Okay.
You said 12 artists vocally.
Okay, just work with me to this. You guys can change your answer. He dropped Veneno.
By
Dropped a
himself.
song.
With Khaled.
Khaled, was that on Khaled's album or his?
I'll look it up. But
It
I
doesn't
think
matter. Doesn't matter.
It was
Doesn't
on
matter.
his because it was
on-
in Spanish. If I had to guess.
He did.
You had 12. You had 10. You had 9.
He
I
did.
had 9.
He did
I had
my
9,
G.
he had 12.
He did my G.
which
but
was a single,
by
which was
himself.
by himself. I'm right. No, I
He did. Hold up.
For sure,
Then he,
Okay,
no,
I'm
then
gonna do 8 and
he
under
did,
then.
Then he did the one with Metallica. I'm forgetting the name of it, but Metallica.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's on
Metallica
Metallica's
counts.
album. That's on Metallica's album where they're having full features. They're featuring like it's
No,
called
it's
the
gonna
Black
be on his album too. I bet.
It'll be a bonus track.
You know what I was thinking too?
13.
I'm gonna stick to the 12 because it's
Okay,
what I put out
Here,
there.
here. He did Que Locura, which is just him. He did My G, which is just him. He did the one with that chick. Oh, he did Nirvana, which is on Skepta, so it doesn't even count. He did the Where I May Roam, which is on the Metallica album. I disagree with you. In the Ghetto, which was a single with Skrillex. But Skrillex is a DJ. He's not on there
it's on his
vocally.
own- it's
He's
on
on
his
there-
own.
he's on there-
He's a
He's not on
producer.
there vocally, so I don't count that towards Ulysses' total count.
Yeah.
He did I Am a Remix, which is on I Am. But then the one he did that we're not counting is the Que Más Pues, which is with that, which was Maria Becerra, which I think is part of Balvin's album. So
Probably.
that'll be one of his 12.
Well, here's another thing that I thought about when I said the 12, which I'm not gonna take back. I'm gonna let down that sword, but
That was fucked.
but what like I'm also thinking, yeah, because that shit's a 2.
It's
I was thinking like
23, like 12.
there could be an artist that's on like 3 songs.
That's what I'm saying. That's why let's not go with features. Let's go how many times does do 12 different
No,
artists
features
show up?
is fine. And,
No,
and
let's stay where we were.
I'm holding my
Stay-
9.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
holding my 9 on either.
I thought you had 12.
No, I said 9. He said
No,
12.
I said 12.
You're drunk. He said 9.
And he said 10.
Yes. So what is your number?
He said 8.
So the person with the highest miss takes 2 shots.
The farthest away from
Takes 2 shots. Okay, the one that's furthest away from the actual number. What's your number?
8, bro. He can't change it no more.
You're a fucking bitch, dog. Okay,
Hose up.
Hose up, too.
All right, so with that said, hey, whatever the fuck it is, hose up, baby.
Hose up.
How's up?
What's our time at?
1 million.
Yeah?
Yeah, so another album that just came out was the Jungle album. I know you were high on this one.
Hell yeah, bro.
How was that?
So back to what I was saying, I was like in a funk, and so like the one album I kept going and playing back was Jungle, bro. It has that nostalgic feeling. It has that like 70s, 80s vibe. It feels vintage, bro. It has like instead of having like bars, I mean they have that Boz feature, which I think is sick. But most of it is
it Boz or Baz?
Boz. Baz? No, it's Boz.
It's Boz.
Boz for sure.
That was one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I didn't like that song. That's one of my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Because my problem with Jungle was like I initially didn't
like it.
I initially didn't like the beginning of the album, and then it got to a point where I was like, wow, this is really good. And then when I heard Boz on that song, I was like, fuck, why don't they just produce songs? Because this shit sounds fucking great.
It's fucking fire.
Yeah, that song is actually great. I think I added that to the playlist.
Yeah, it's my least favorite.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to hear any rapping, dog. I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to hear just the funk, the soul, the groove, that like 80s, 70s feel of just like, it just felt like the time period, bro.
Yeah, and I
I
thought coming out the gate, I mean, Dry Your Tears was like an intro, you know, but once it hit that first track, Keep Moving was a perfect track to like open it up. You knew what you were getting into as soon as that shit came in. It's like,
keep moving.
And this, I know we do this whole quick like one fucking weekend later we talk about an album after just one weekend, and I know that's like not doing it full justice. We're aware of that.
Yeah.
We have fun with it. This album feels like one you can do that with because I don't feel like there's something I need to discover with it.
No.
It's how you feel,
Yeah.
and the feeling you get is right away. I know I love this album. Am I gonna like rank it in some way and say like give it a value of great or good or not? That's something that I'll discover as it goes. But how I feel about it is I fucking love it, dog.
Just to be clear, we're talking about Love in Stereo, which is even that's a cool fucking name.
By Jungle.
Because it feels like you're loving in stereo.
By
But
Jungle-
Love in Stereo by Jungle.
They're an electric band. That's what it's like put on Wikipedia, right? From England. But their shit it's funky as fuck, bro. It's really good music.
Great fucking.
Yeah, I was actually when I first heard it, I'm not gonna lie, I had the lowest expectations of it, and the first couple of songs fulfilled my self-fulfilling prophecy. But then the song with Bass, and there's a couple of songs. Or after Bass, there's like 2 or 3, and I think I added 2 songs to the playlist. It's really fucking good. It caught me by surprise, and I'm at my happiest in music when something surprises me, and I'm just like, wow, this is, especially when I had low expectations for it.
It was great.
So with that said, thank you guys.
Shit, we got nothing.
Episode 10.
In the books, boys and girls and everybody else.
Roman numeral.
X.
And we wanted to tell you guys, thank you guys for rocking with us so long. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. We love you guys. Fucking hit us up on everything. Comment.
We
like,
ran out of alcohol. So with that said, hose up.
Hose up.
Hose up.